Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production. Take 2.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? Now, we're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Or, your father was right. You were an idiot, and everything you watched was stupid. So buckle up, movie aficionados. Over-the-top gore? Check. Over-embellished action? Check. Gratuitous nudity? Double check. Storylines so absurd you could drive a semi-truck through those plot holes. Oh yeah, some of those movies didn't even know what a movie plot was. And that's the way we liked it. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. We are sadly at the end of summer, the end of our drive-ins, double features, and we pretty much stayed in the 80s, except for The Thing 2011.
Yeah.
We were pretty much, we've been in the 80s for a while.
Well, I mean, we had a long stretch there where we were not in the 80s.
Yeah.
We were in the 90s and 2000s for a while, so.
And our drive-ins, we have been on a roll. And when I say roll, all mine suck. Were horrible. And actually, all of Anna's were great. Either cheesy great or just 80s great.
Yeah, I just, I went with my gut and I decided what movies I wanted to watch. And then I picked a second movie to match that movie.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen, what movies have I seen that I remember being awesome? And all 4 of them were not as good as I remember. Not even close. Some were so bad.
Terrible. I'm still mad about Ernest. But yeah, it was Glenn Powell and his Running Man remake that made me want to do a Schwarzenegger double feature, because I was like, man, I haven't seen the original Running Man in forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's another Schwarzenegger movie we could watch? Predator. I haven't seen that one in forever. And so we can all say thank you, Glenn Powell, for that double feature.
Yeah, no, that was a good double feature.
Mm.
I'm looking at my Coke can here, and it has Emperor Palpatine from Star. How old is this fucking Coke?
I have no idea.
Jesus Christ. the last movie and it's the one where he's electrocuting. Oh, tastes all right.
Coke's meant to last forever. It will dry out before it goes bad.
Yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Just run. If it was a closed can, you're good.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, see, you're fine.
All right. Well, we're continuing on with the 80s, and we're going to start with the more family-friendly Jaws 3. Just because I don't think Death Wish 3 is really a...
Yeah, no, it's not. I have a feeling, because I haven't seen Death Wish 3, but I have a feeling it is not going to be a family fun time.
No. So Jaws 3 from 1983. We have done Jaws 2.
Yeah.
And while not our favorite movie, I don't think we loved it, but I don't think we hated it. I think it was kind of like...
It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, it was... The kids were really stupid. I
We were
remember that.
Yeah, we were for this, the story itself wasn't terrible, but for the story to work, you just had to have a bunch of stupid people.
Yeah.
And that got on our nerves.
Yeah. So what do you remember about Jaws 3?
I remember terrible effects. I remember not being afraid. There was nothing scary about this movie.
No.
I remember it being cheesy. But if you ask me what actually happened, other than a few things, that glass, I guess it would be glass tunnel with all the sharks swimming around. I remember very boats, vacations. I remember those kind of things. But ask me about the story. Couldn't fucking tell you, but I can tell you it had shitty FX. I think I watched Jaws 3 once, and I was like, never again. So thanks.
I remember. Okay, so you remember everything you remember is here.
Yeah.
This was actually a weekend over at an aunt and uncle's. Me and my cousin went to an aunt and uncle's, and it was a laser disc.
Oh.
And I remember this one because they also got Amityville, because it was Jaws 3D. It came with glasses.
Nice.
And I don't think it worked on regular TV. And
Doesn't.
But yeah, so whatever. But I think it just was kind of a little blurry, and then when you put them on, it just made it a little clearer.
No.
Oh, look, it looks so good.
It actually gave you a little bit, because otherwise it just looks, one, blurry, but also like it's sitting in front of the movie. Like it's not, it doesn't feel like it's there. You're just like, that's a picture on top of the film.
Yeah. And because we also rented, they also got Amityville 3D. They usually would rent a bunch of them for the weekend, but I remember those two distinctly because they were 3D and we got to wear the glasses. I've watched this a few times. I have not seen this in a long time, but I know it takes place back in the days of yore.
Yes.
When people didn't have internet and cell phones and people weren't totally consumed by social media. People went out and did things. It wasn't just the experience, it was actually to do things with the family. And one of the things people would do they would go to these water parks where they would have these water stunt shows. And I personally never been. I don't even know where one would be in my area going even back then. But yeah, you remember the skiers on the water skiers, and they had the big pyramid of people. Yeah, stuff like that. And skis jumping over ramps. And
I feel like that used to happen down at like the CNE.
Yeah, or
Ontario
if you were
place.
if you were in like Carolina, Florida.
Oh, that happened a lot down there.
Tons of that shit.
Yeah, no, that was like the I don't even, water skiers. There we go. The water skiers are out. You're like, ooh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Not for me in downtown. I was like, that seems dangerous. Why are you doing that in Lake Ontario?
Yeah, but I remember really liking this film. As I got older, I realized how bad this, when you're a little kid, anything like a giant shark,
it looks cool.
Yeah. But I think this was the first Jaws movie I ever saw. And then number 4, and then number 2, and I did not see Jaws the original till much later.
See, that explains a lot.
It got better for me.
Yeah. Well, I started with Jaws the original, and then I watched Jaws 2 much later on, but it was never a favorite of mine, so like I kind of forgot it existed. But I watched Jaws the original a few times.
Yeah.
And then I think I watched Jaws 3D once, and that was in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then it was only like maybe 10 years ago that I realized there was a 4th Jaws.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw that one for the first time.
Yeah, I know.
Wait a second. What?
For me, it was Jaws 3, then Jaws 4.
Oh, jeez. See, Jaws, once you've seen, like, because Jaws, the original, was my standard for Jaws. So then when you watch Jaws 4, after 2, after 3, and you're like, it just keeps getting worse, you can appreciate Jaws 4 as like entertainment.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you started with Jaws 3, God bless.
Yeah. And I mean, this is actually in our intro, one of our 80s intro.
Yeah.
Where they were like, and it moves like that. That shark's tail doesn't move from back there coming up to the front of the thing.
It's a picture on top of the film.
Yeah. And they were like, fuck it. We ran out of money. We're just going to put this fucking shark in. And I swear to God, if you probably pause at the right time, you could probably see some editor with his fingers on the piece of paper moving the picture closer to the camera.
I could say, no, I think they'd put it on like a toothpick.
Yeah, or
just like
popsicle stick.
On a popsicle stick.
I'm a shark.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right. Well, yeah, I do remember liking this. As I got older, this obviously became campy. As Jaws, I got older, Jaws 4 became absolutely ridiculous.
100%.
Like after you see Jaws 2, you're like, oh, these movies aren't as good as Jaws 2. And then you see the first one, you're like, holy shit. Did they go downhill?
Oh my God.
So let's take a look at the poster. The original poster was Jaws 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And the third dimension in terror. All new, just like Jaws 2. Don't worry, everybody. It's all new. I don't know why they did that back then.
I think it's because 3D was all new.
Oh, okay. Because Jaws 2 has said all new. And it's like, well, don't worry, we're not using the same footage.
Oh, I think maybe it's just because they were like Schneider's not in this.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of movie.
It's a great poster.
Yeah, no, it's a super cool poster.
You see the water park behind them, the Jaws 3. For those listening, it's a third dimension terror. Jaws coming out of the water behind them, Jaws 3D underneath his chin. And then the people skiing and the shark behind them. They're falling. Yeah, no, this is a fantastic poster. I would hang this poster.
No, it's a very cool poster.
Now I want to bring in something here. In Japan. That was the 3D poster.
I want that poster.
And to be stereotypical, oh, Jaws. Click, 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 click. Oh, the Jaws.
Jiminy Crickets.
That's not Godzilla.
Stop talking.
It is a very cool poster. For those listening, I'm assuming this is Japanese because back in 1983, Japan was on friendlier terms than, say, China. I don't even know China had a lot of movie theaters back in 1983.
China was not importing a lot of movies.
No.
There was very strict state entertainment in the 80s, I think.
But it was. And it's basically they show the screen and the Jaws coming out of it. It's all in Japanese letters and it's 3D. It's a very cool poster. I don't know if I'd hang this one. Maybe make it smaller and put it in the corner of the other one.
Yeah, see, this one's an 8x10 maybe, or like a 12x16. But it is not a 30x40.
No, but it is a very cool poster. What do we think the budget of Jaws 3 was? Now we know Jaws was like the first blockbuster of the summer.
Yeah, but Jaws 2 did not do that well.
And as we did Jaws 2, it did okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't do anywhere near what Jaws did. So I'm wondering if they said, you know what? We got to go bigger. We got to go 3D. And we got to go bigger. Or did they say, you know what? We got to play this fucking safe.
No,
hence the shark with the popsicle stick.
No, because these fools actually said, look, what's missing is that the shark is not 3D. That's what's missing from this. I think it was like really expensive, like 20 million.
All right, let's take a look. Very close.
Ooh.
18 million.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
If only I could get paid for guessing budgets.
Yeah.
I'd be making money hand over fist. Yeah, well, I figured because there was a lot of special effects, and I use that term loosely, and with the 3D, like doing the processing the film in 3D costs a lot. Or at least it used to. Let me rephrase. Now you can do 3D movies. It doesn't cost you that much.
No. Now, this was directed by a man by the name of Joe Alves. If you haven't heard of him, that's for good reason. He did Jaws 3. But he was a production designer on Jaws. He was a production designer on Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Escape from New York. So he knew, and then people were like, he did really good work. We should let him direct a movie. And then they stopped letting him direct movies. I don't know if this was his only movie. I think it was.
Probably.
They were like, okay. They just walked up to them, took that camera out of his hands. Give us that, you fucking moron.
Well, no, because chances are if they're watching the dailies, like all the executives are probably like, is this going to get better? And he's like, yeah, man, just wait. We still have the FX team to do stuff.
Wait till you put on the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you're in the theaters, it's a whole different experience.
But it was okay. So it stars Dennis Quaid. I
Mhm.
love Dennis Quaid. He has been in so many movies that I love. I mean, he's older now, and he doesn't do the action movies and the
Mhm.
romance movies like he used to. But yeah, it also has Bass Armstrong. She
Bess Armstrong.
is it Bess? Bass? Biss?
Bess.
Bass. She's been in quite a few things.
Yes.
You will know her to see her. It also has Leah Thompson, who was just starting getting big around this time. She was about
Mhm.
after this. I hope her agent must have booked these movies before this movie came out, because after this movie, she did like Howard the Duck. I went, this woman has been dodging bullets since Jaws 3D.
So true.
It also has Simon McCorkindale. You will know him. Louis Gossett Jr., P.H. Morty. A lot of people you're going to see in this movie that you're like, oh, I've seen them. Oh, I know
Yeah.
that person.
I know that face.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at taglines. These have to be good.
We can only hope.
The third dimension in terror. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it. There's reaching new depths of terror and a deadly new attraction.
Eh.
So let's just do just a little overall summary here. Jaws 3D, titled Jaws 3 in its 2D form, is a 1983 American horror film directed by Joe L. Starred Dennis Quaid, Bess. It's Bess. I think I need fucking glasses. Simon McCorkindale and Louis Gossett Jr. as a second sequel to Steven Spielberg's Jaws. It was the third installment in the Jaws franchise. The film follows the Brody children from the previous film to SeaWorld, a Florida marine park, and underwater tunnels and lagoons. That's where, yeah, I do remember that too, where they walk through the, yeah.
Yeah. The little glass tunnel.
As the park prepares for opening, a great white shark infiltrates the park from the sea, seemingly attacking and killing the park's employees. Once the shark is captured, it becomes apparent that a second, much larger shark also entered the park and was the real culprit. So the film was made of 3D during the revived interest in the technology in the 1980s. Yes, was it the 50s? Like around the 50s that they really were trying to get into the 3D thing?
Yeah, in the 50s they did
Like
have a lot of like
Terror
3D
Vision
intro.
and-
Yeah.
where they really tried to sell the
Yeah.
movement into the camera, and like second SCTV would lampoon how bad it really was. And
SCTV.
amongst other horror films such as Friday the 13th Part 3D, the shots in Friday 13th that are specifically made for it, like the guy playing the yo-yo, the eyeball coming out into the camera, it is so bad but so amazing.
They do that. Like it got to the point where they're like, okay, if we're gonna make this 3D, we gotta put more 3D stuff in it.
Yeah, instead of like blood and guts, let's throw a fucking yo-yo at them.
It's fucked up, yo.
And everyone in the theater would be like, ooh, look at that yo-yo, almost hit me.
Yeah. And it stops losing, like there was never, I hate that. I hate when people put stuff in there just for an effect. And it does nothing. I'm like, we don't need that. Stop trying to throw things at me in 3D.
So other horror films such as Friday the 13th Part 3 and Amityville 3D, cinema audience wore disposable cardboard polarized 3D glasses. Yes, boys and girls, they were not the 3D glasses of today.
No.
They were cardboard and that really thin tissue, not tissue, but
it was plastic. It was basically a gel.
Yeah.
Like a light
and it was
gel.
blue and red.
Yeah.
Yeah. One eye was blue.
One was blue. One was red.
One was red. I wish I had a pair. I'd put them in my man cave. Several shots and sequences were designed to utilize the effects, such as the shark's destruction. And since 3D was ineffective in home viewing until the advent of 3D television in the late 2000s, that went nowhere. The alternative, titled Jaws 3, is used for television broadcast and home media. Let's take a look. How do we think this movie did at the box office?
I think it did shit.
So 18 million.
Yeah.
Let's share. Dun, dun, dun. Oh,
Dun, dun. Oh,
it made 45 million domestically and 42 million internationally. That's not
interesting.
bad.
See, I thought it
Not
would've gone
anywhere
a
near
lot.
Jaws,
Well,
but
no,
for an $18 million movie, that's pretty good.
I'm pretty impressed. Not gonna lie.
And that just kind of shows you for 1983, 42 million internationally. That's how recognizable. Well,
Yeah.
it's not a tough sell. A giant show. Look at the Meg.
Hey,
The
I
Meg.
love the Meg.
Yes, I love the Meg too. But it made way more money internationally. It made a lot of money here. It
Mm.
made a lot of money everywhere because people in the water getting eaten by shark that's an easy sell.
It's also one of the most common fears. So it's
Yes.
easy for people to be, I mean, everybody,
Yeah.
exceptional swimmers, surfers, everybody's like, there are sharks in the water.
Yeah, we used to scare each other by like going at watching Jaws and then like in the water, and there was a pond. It wasn't even salt water, but you start thinking about it because you're talking about it. You close your eyes, you're like, then you'd panic and come up. Oh my god!
See, I used to do swimming lessons at the Y, and I hated when I was in the shallow end looking into the deep end because you can't really see into it because it gets really dark. And I always had this image of a shark coming out of the like dark water towards me. I'm like, but it's a pool. This is completely irrational. But like,
I know, but you're a kid. So it opened on July 22nd. Great summer movie. Yeah, smart.
yeah.
Came in number one, just over 13 million, ahead of Staying Alive in its second week.
Oh,
Return of the Jedi in its ninth week. Jesus
I
Christ, that
mean-
movie made some money. A movie called Class. Oh, that's with people. Rob Lowe and the guy from Weekend at Bernie's, the funny guy.
Oh, okay.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs re-release. Look, yeah, we
Nice.
talked about these re-release. Look how it's just
Yeah.
making millions, and
Yep.
it was released in the 30s.
Because of those, what are you going to take your 4-year-old to see?
Yeah, you're like, we are not going to watch fucking Return of the Jedi again. I don't care what you say. You can go fuck those Ewoks for all I give a shit. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy in its seventh
Yep.
week. War Games. I remember
Aw.
liking that movie.
I remember liking it too.
Octopussy, James Bond. Superman 3, I remember loving, but I have a feeling it's very bad. And Flashdance. Porky's 2 the next day.
Oh, Lord.
And Twilight Zone, the movie, and Mr. Mom opened only in
Oh,
126 theaters.
it would have been a pre-release.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Jaws 3. And as we see here, next weekend it dropped to 2, then to 4, then to 7 by August 12th, 14th weekend.
Actually, that's
So-
not bad.
No. So it did really well.
Yeah. That's surprising. I
Now,
wonder if it was just fascination with like a 3D movie.
yeah, probably. And Jaws. And it's the summer.
Yeah, true.
And you just go see the dumbest. Oh shit! I found out K-pop Demon Hunter. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of it and I want to watch it.
I've seen it multiple times in different intervals because my 7-year-old
Yeah.
knows the songs by heart now.
Uh-huh.
There is now a sing-along version on Netflix, and
I've heard
they've
that.
released it into theaters, and I
Yes.
cannot let her find that out.
It has
Or else
become
I have to go.
exceptionally- Like it was a huge hit, and I think it was like kind of spurred along by so many like social media posts
Yeah.
of parents or adults who were like, I don't even watch animation. Why am I watching
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters
For the,
for the
8th
5th time?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're people are obsessed with it. And I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. But I still haven't done that.
Ugh.
You
Yeah.
love it, don't you?
Sony made it for 100 million, got worried,
Yeah.
sold it to Netflix for 120.
Oh my god.
Sold the rights
Sony.
to sequels, music, everything.
Oh my god.
And Netflix, it's they do their thing in viewership. That's
Yeah.
the success. Apparently across the board, everywhere
Yeah.
on the planet. Go look, K-pop, that's Korean pop, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is huge, right?
It is ginormous.
ginormous. And they're all talented and they look pretty and they sing and dance and flip around and
Correct.
whatever. Yeah, this movie just took Netflix. Yeah, the viewer numbers were out of this world. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's sequels coming and spin-offs and live concerts and
if,
movies, and they put it in theaters.
And if Netflix, that might explain the jump in animation jobs in Netflix.
Yeah.
Because there's been a bit of a boost. Unfortunately, the Netflix animation is based out of Vancouver. So Anna can't work there right now. God damn it. But yeah, no, there's been kind of an increase in Netflix animation, which I mean makes sense.
This
Demon
must
Hunters.
explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we back to Jaws 3?
Yeah.
What do we think? How do we think this did critically? I'm gonna say it didn't do well at all.
I'm gonna say everybody hated it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not the most well received. I think it probably did better than Jaws 4.
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Oh.
Jaws 3 has 40 reviews coming in at 10%.
Jesus.
And 100,000 plus viewer ratings coming in at 17%. So the audience liked it a tad more, but to say that it is a disliked movie is an understatement.
The audience hated it a tad less.
A tad less than the critic. That's probably a better summary. Yeah. Yeah, that's a better look.
Yeah.
I'll try to find the good in this one.
Okay.
You can do Death Wish 3, and you can do the bad. This should not be a problem for you.
No, I'm ready to go.
Give me 1 sec. Bad. Here we go. Alan Jones Starburst. It certainly isn't the greatest film in the world. It's sloppy, full of holes, and none too convincingly acted. This is the good review.
Oh, Jesus.
But for all that, it is an intermittently enjoyable popcorn entertainment.
Intermittently?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there's flashes of some good here.
Yeah. John Stark from Mac the Movie Guy says Jaws was like getting an expertly crafted chocolate cake from a Michelin star chef. And the third film is like getting one of those little Debbie cosmic brownies and pretending those two things are remotely similar in quality. Original score 24 out of 100.
I only have 2 more to go. Alex Sandell, Juicy Cerebellum, says the best sequel in the series if you're ranking it on cheese factor alone. Oh, okay. 3 out of 5.
Mike Massey, Gone with the Twins. An opportunity to capitalize on pre-sold audiences and the trend of 3D gimmicks for not only sequels, but also specifically horror movie follow-ups. Original score 2 out of 10.
Caffeinated Clint says from Movie Hole, Jaws must have ate the script too. 3 out of 5.
Matt Singer from Screen Crush. No movie with Dennis Quaid holding a basset hound's ears to keep them out of his water bowl while pouring himself some coffee can be all bad. Jaws 3D comes pretty close.
Do a couple more. I'm out.
Okay. Jenny Kermode from Eye for Film. Jaws 3D ultimately suffers from the same problem as many cute animal films aimed at kids. It spends far too much of its time on boring humans and their boring relationships. Original score 2 out of 5. Rob Vo from Mania.com. A living testament to how low a studio will stoop to generate a few bucks. Original score F. And then from Variety staff, surprisingly tepid. No score. Steve Crum from VideoReviewMaster.com. Enough is too much, even in 3D. The franchise sinks. And I think we should end on that one.
Yeah.
I kind of feel a little bad. I feel like I'm picking on Jaws 3 now.
Yeah. Can't be worse than Ernest Goes to Camp. Can it? I think Ernest got better reviews.
I mean, yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. Sometimes
Ernest.
critics are stupid. All right, where are we? Nope. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. 52,000 user ratings comes in at 3.7.
That hurts.
I already think I ordered it.
Oh, no.
It came with a couple. I ordered the Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws 4 collection thing.
Oh, okay. I think I'm
So
gonna have
it
to
didn't
rent
cost a
this.
lot. Yeah, that's why I ordered it. I'm like, you know what?
It's
Probably going to
fine.
be as good as I remember. Let's roll the dice. All right. I will start with number 10. If there is one. 3.7's real, and there's quite a few user reviews.
Oh Lord.
There we go. Show me. Oops. Show me 10. Oh, there's a couple here. Let me see. Underrated B movie gem, cult classic, the best Jaws sequel by far. Big Papa Pump, 10 out of 10.
Interesting. Jaws 3, not as bad as what they say. Nathan James Emerson, 9 out of 10.
All right, let's see. These all kind of sound like what you just said.
Yeah, there are a lot of those.
One of my favorite dumpster fire movies. Manticore, prisoner number 64682, 8 out of 10.
Let me see. Nowhere near as bad as the fourth one. Valesy, 7 out of 10.
Now, this guy's in court. This is Saint 405, 6 out of 10, says, worse than part 1. Okay. Better than part 2. And way better than part 4. It's not that bad of a film.
Jesus. Jaws 3, it bites. Hype style.
And that was 5 out of 10?
That was 5 out of 10.
It could have worked, but it does not. Modern Fred, 4 out of 10.
That's fantastic. Another inferior and embarrassing sequel from Spielberg classic. Ma Cortez, 3 out of 10. Or Ma Cortez.
I didn't realize. We're going to have to remember that. Okay. This says, help, help. We're 90 minutes from the ocean and somehow a killer shark is still attacking us. This is from Plankton Rules. And then he says, when he began watching Jaws 3D, I had to laugh. According to IMDb and the film itself, it was filmed in SeaWorld in Orlando. Well, Orlando is about 90 minutes from the ocean. So we're going to have to keep to see if they say actually Orlando or not.
But isn't like the biggest SeaWorld in like San Francisco or something? San Diego? Or it used to be there.
Yeah, it used to be. Or yeah, it sounds like, yeah.
They're closing them all down now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jaws 3 is dated, dead, and buried. Cal Dexter, 1 out of 10.
Well, okay, so it's got a great poster.
It's got a great poster.
Really good poster.
Yeah. Even the Japanese poster was good.
Even the Japanese poster was great.
Yeah, we got 2 good posters.
If we're going on posters alone, this movie's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
The reviews, not so good.
Yeah, I know.
From anyone, anywhere.
I
Not
have a
IMDb,
feeling we're
not
going to
the
have
critics.
a lot to say about this.
All right. Well, let's see. Made money. All right. Let's watch the trailer from 1983 here.
I'm ready.
Let's try this one. I will share. See if this is the right one.
With the first, you were too terrified to go back in the water. Just when you were starting to think it was safe, along came the second. Now, nature's most terrifying creature has returned in an all-new adventure. Jaws 3. dimension in terror. On the surface, all is calm.
It was a shark with a bite radius about a yard across.
Indicator, shark of some 35 feet in length. Seal the paw. Hear me? Seal the paw.
To experience Jaws 3
Quick, fight!
is to experience a new dimension in terror. The all-new Jaws 3.
This is gonna be so shitty.
Yeah, that looks cool. What a great concept, though, doing it in a SeaWorld.
Yes, I like that.
Like,
I like that a lot.
yeah, somebody should be doing that again with some sort of. You've made tons of shark movies. Just rip this off, and you rip everything else off.
Or shit, now that everybody's abandoning like those aquarium parks, because now people are they're abandoning them. I'm like, you should do one where like some kids end up going in there and like running around, and there's like one shark that just hasn't been released.
Yeah,
just floating around, attacking people who are too stupid.
What do you think?
I think this is going to be a terrible movie. Now the question is it going to be so terrible it's amazing, or is it going to be so terrible I'm going to be mad at you again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could go either way.
I'm hoping for a lot of camp and a lot of cheese. So bad, so ridiculous. It's just fun to watch. I know this is not going to be a great movie. Like, technically, I know it's not going to be a good movie.
It is. This is not a movie that you're like, you know what? It was underrated. This was nobody's going to talk about the symbolism in this.
You're looking for a hidden gem? Let me tell you, 1983, Jaws 3.
Yeah, nobody's going to be saying that. Nowhere. But hopefully they'll be saying, God, it was terrible, but it was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, hopefully that's when we come back, because we are going to go watch Jaws 3, and when we come back, we are going to review it. Didn't.
Yeah, no.
That's going to be me going to put the disc into it. My kids are going to hate it. I'm just going to be using it nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! Did you watch Jaws 3?
I did indeed.
I'll do the first one on this one. You can do the on Death Wish 3.
Okay.
I love both movies, and for both of the movies, not because either one was a good movie whatsoever.
Correct.
Whoever wrote this, whoever directed this, whoever did the effects, what the fuck were you doing? And thank you. This was a fuck. That guy who said it's a dumpster fire. This is a fucking dumpster fire of a movie, and I loved it. This was so bad. This was atrocious. It was so bad.
I watched the movie, and the amount of times I said, "What?
Yeah.
What? What? Like, what is even happening? I don't understand." And then I'd laugh.
Yeah, I laughed between the two movies because I watched them both right one after another.
Me too.
They have not made comedies in a long time. We've done comedies. I have not laughed this hard or this frequently watching two movies.
I was kind of stunned because look, Jaws 3, and I don't know if you're going to connect with this example, but it was giving High School Musical without the songs.
Yeah, that the score and stuff, and the way
Like the score, the way the actors were acting, conversations, the little bits of story, and I'm putting that in air quotes because there is no like it's just it was so they were like, look, guys, we need a reason to have all these people in the same place so the shark can attack them.
Yeah.
Let's just very tenuously, we're gonna fill the movie with too many scenes of people doing things that have nothing to do with the shark.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, we're gonna have someone die brutally, and we're gonna use really shitty effects.
Oh my god.
The arm,
the arm, the head, the fish head,
the shattering glass,
That's in our 1980s opening. I think it's the opening.
Yes, it is.
Where we show the Jaws shark.
Who did that? A fifth grader?
Oh my god! And I'm like, how the fuck did this cost this much money?
Honestly, I think all that money went into R&D, and they were like, buddy, this is the best we can get. Yeah. And then poor Joe Alves, the director, is probably sitting there going, we needed a better FX team.
Yeah.
Why did we hire your cousin? What? Like, to be perfectly, I'm like, who approved this? Who, as soon as that shark breaks through the glass, and I'm putting that in air quotes too, I was like, who watched this and said, yes,
yeah,
that's it. That's the scene.
Not only that, it had, one, Louis Gossett Jr., I don't know, sometimes he was ghetto from the Bronx accent going on.
He was Southern.
Louisiana Bayou.
Yeah, I was like, who are you?
What's going on?
And then I was like, wait, is he like a dastardly billionaire who's just trying to make money no matter who gets hurt? Or does he have because then he's saving people? And I'm like, what? Who is your character?
But everything that goes wrong in this movie is because of Louis Gossett Jr. Every decision he makes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this movie had the slowest shark chase ever.
Oh my God. That shark.
How that shark got out of that cage, just wagging its tail around, and then the whole bolt thing just shot.
I think it was just a taxidermy shark. That's what I think. Because it was terrible, but it was so funny because I was just dumbfounded watching this movie. Like through the majority of it, I was like, I don't understand. And then I would laugh because a weird effect would pop up, or like, when the girlfriend, Bess Armstrong, God, what was her name? I don't even remember. I don't need to remember.
Aqua Girl. No, that was their nickname.
Catherine.
What?
That was
Catherine. Dr. Catherine
she
Morgan.
Sees her boyfriend Michael's younger brother, big kiss on the lips. I was like, is it that kind of movie? I don't understand what's happening. And then Leah Thompson, who plays the water skier.
Yeah.
That's her whole career. She's a water skier. No hopes, no dreams, no aspirations, or if she has any, we never find out. She's a water skier.
This felt like there was more shot with the brother and Leah Thompson's character, and it just got discarded. It just got left on the cutting room floor because they started with them. But I learned more about Rico. What's that guy that he should have been doing beer commercials? The first guy that got killed when he
him
with the big mustache and the dad bod.
What was his name? Is it Shelby?
Yeah. And his girlfriend was the the
Yes,
waitress.
Charlene.
We got more information about those two than we did the brother and Leah Thompson.
So I was like, I'm invested. I want to know. I want to know what Shelby was doing behind Charlene's back.
Yeah,
because she does not sound happy.
She had enough.
Yeah, I understand where they kind of started it, but they gave us too little shark, too much people,
and then not enough people because, like I said, they started with the brother and they started with Leah Thompson, and then just they forgot about it, or it got cut, and then we didn't really, and then we got them playing on the bumper boats.
Yeah,
the one thing they got right was the shark got into the lagoon.
Yes.
Cool concept. People, they could have killed a lot more people. That would have been great.
Honestly, the shark should have gotten in where the bumper boats are.
Oh, just started going to town.
Yeah, I needed a frenzy for this shark.
Yeah.
Instead, we got quiet whispers.
Yeah.
And then one attack where everybody pretty much lives.
And then you also had two great whites that snuck in. One was 35 feet long. That shark was huge. And how no one noticed that throughout the week.
The entire week. Nobody knew about the second shark.
And so they got that part of it getting in. That would have been great. They also had, and we'll get to this near the end because it had the greatest ending I have ever seen in my life for a movie. With the dolphins and the 3D effects. Oh, that was, I stood up and clapped. I stood up from my couch and I clapped. I'm like, bravo. If I was in a theater, I probably might have been the only one standing up clapping.
You would have been.
I thought that, magnifico, wonderful.
Yeah, no, when that dolphin came like flying up through the air over and over and over again. I was
it was the two golden dolphins that came up in 3D, and the two were, and it looked so out of place, and they were like,
everything
I can't do
looks out of place.
Every 3D effect looks so bad.
But it's not even because it was 3D, because we watched My Bloody Valentine, which was in 3D.
Oh yeah, that 3D was great.
That 3D was great.
And compared to this, Friday the 13th Part 3 3D was great. And I think Amityville 3 3D was great compared to this. This has to be 1950s terror vision movies.
Oh, there was one point where they were in that little like mini sub thing.
Oh.
And I was like, this feels like Star Trek, the original series.
Yes. And I know, okay, so I got the Blu-ray. And if anyone's listening to this, I implore you to buy it. It comes with Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws 4. But it looks, there are some, now, okay, so did you rent it?
Yeah, I did.
Did it look pretty good in some parts and absolutely shitty in other parts?
No, it did look pretty good in some parts and it looked absolutely shitty in others. But here's the thing that I actually had.
So my Blu-ray didn't get cleaned up at all.
But here's the thing. It might have gotten cleaned up because there was a lot of time when it was like underwater shots where I couldn't discern anything on like a big part. Like I'd only be able to figure out what was happening in like a small part of the screen because, the shark was much lighter. So I could kind of tell it was there. But sometimes I was like, who shot this?
Yeah.
I can't see any like details. I know there's like a diver there. I know there's fish or a shark there. And I know eventually some random body part's going to come floating at me in 3D. But I'm like, I can't really discern because it wasn't very clearly shot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everything that was above water and even some of the underwater shots were great.
Looked okay, yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of them, I was like, what is happening? I can't tell what's happening.
There was a shot where the underwater submarine came across the screen and then it was turning and it was like a blue screen effect where part of the bottom of it was gone and it was part of the water because that's how bad the effects were. And no one fixed it for my fucking Blu-ray. And I thanked them because it just added to the absurdness of this movie.
Every time that shark was coming through the frame and you could tell it was just like a picture cut out of a shark floating.
And when it was going in and out of I don't know if that was like the in and out of the middle of the headquarters, underwater headquarters, and it was trying to get them when they were trying. Oh, the fucking grenade! Are you fucking kidding me? We'll get there.
Yeah.
But it looked like, and then they showed it going in. One, I don't think that's how sharks work, and two, it just looked like a little plastic toy going in and out. It looked horrible. It did not
move.
No, it didn't.
What they did to make it like bite was turn it.
Yeah.
It didn't even have a working jaw. That's why I was like, is this a taxidermied like shark that they're just shoving in there? I'm like, what is happening?
This movie was absurd.
It was ridiculous. I'm not even mad at it. Like,
no,
I don't know if I love it because I spent the entire time waiting for them to bust into song because it felt like a 90s or early 2000s Disney musical without the music. And I was like, why aren't they singing?
Music when they're doing the ski shows and stuff like that. And
yes.
Yeah, it had a very Sunday night
entire score?
Knots Landing.
Yes.
80s TV vibe to it. And again, I'm not mad at it.
Look, I'm not mad at it either. None of it made sense.
No. Early on, I'm like, okay, this movie's ridiculous.
Also, when they had the really dramatic music, but nothing dramatic happened. And I'm like, guys, who is the composer on this?
Yeah.
Who okayed this? Who was sitting there going, yes, this is
and their dog.
Oh, yeah.
It had to hold up his ears to let it drink. Or I don't know why.
I don't need to know about the dog.
No. This was a dumpster fire of a movie.
It was. God bless.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go through it. Jaws 3D. Okay. How big's the plot here? It's all right. Like a lot happens, but a lot does. Oh, and it does say that it is Orlando.
Oh, okay.
And Orlando is actually 90 minutes away from the ocean. So they're like, people won't fucking know. Wow, were they gonna pull up a magic machine and type something in and show them where Orlando is? 80% of this country doesn't even go to Orlando.
Well, also remember when this was made, nobody's really got the internet at home, so nobody's Googling shit.
No. All right, let's do this. Michael Mike Brody, son of Police Chief Martin Brody of Amity Island, is working as a chief engineer. For someone who has this much interaction with a fucking shark, I'm surprised that this is the
yeah. Hey, I'm going to work as an engineer.
Yeah, in the ocean.
At SeaWorld.
At SeaWorld.
Yeah, smart move.
After this, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm moving inland. At SeaWorld Orlando, alongside his girlfriend, Catherine K. Morgan, the park's senior biologist, among the attractions are new underwater tunnels that allow for a view of the undersea life. That is actually cool. I would love to.
Yo, that was super cool. And I would totally go if that was something that was set up like in the ocean and it was environmentally safe. Yes, 100%. I would go on that excursion.
The only one I know of is Atlantis, down in the Caribbean somewhere. And I don't know if I don't know what the safety things are.
I've seen underwater hotel rooms and underwater restaurants, but I've never seen like, okay, and here are tunnels you can walk through, like an underground, like full structure.
Yeah.
Mind you, this one in this movie also had a restaurant and a cocktail bar.
Yeah. I'd probably like this one a little more because it's a lagoon. It's not actually in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, that does add some safety.
Yeah. Because I'm afraid of the ocean.
I'm not afraid of the ocean.
I'm not afraid of this movie's ocean. Like, this movie's science, I could outswim this fucking shark. And I'm an okay swimmer. I've grown up swimming, but I'm not great. But I could outswim this shark. I have no fear of the shark getting me.
Most people could like doggy paddle and get past the shark.
Because when this guy dies, I'm like, you moron. How did you let this shark get you? You're an idiot.
The first guy?
No. The shark kind of snuck up on him. No,
but he's
photographer.
Also stupid. Oh, the photographer, yeah.
Where the shark's going a mile an hour.
He's just watching it come.
Oh, God, yeah. While the Park's lagoon gates are stuck open, a great white shark follows an unsuspecting team of water skiers into the park. Kay and her assistants notice that the resident dolphins, especially two individuals, Cindy and Sandy, are afraid of leaving their pen and going out into the lagoon. Later, Calvin, why didn't they just send the goddamn orca out there? They would have killed the shark. Orcas are notorious for being mean.
That's
to
why
other...
they're called killer sharks
Like
or
they're
killer
whales.
whales. That's why they're called that. And it was so funny because I remember the first time my friend actually connected that, because she never called them orcas, but she always called them killer whales. But she also thought they were cute and cuddly and whatever. And then she finally saw a video of an orca going in for a kill, and she's like, "They're so violent." I'm like,
and
"They're
smart.
Killer whales, so smart."
They chase a giant seal onto a little iceberg thing, and
they'll tip the iceberg.
Yeah, he was giving them the finger and shit, and then there was 3 whales. They went out, came back side by side, went under, and skimmed underneath the thing and broke it apart.
Yeah,
and the thing fell in.
I've seen them tip it. I've seen them corner.
Or go up on top and kind of lifts out and they slide back down into the water. That would suck.
Yo, orcas are jackasses, but they're also very, very violent when they're hungry.
And mean. You see them slapping seals around just to have fun.
So it was funny because my friend was like, "Why are they so mean?" I was like, "Sweetie, we call them killer whales. Did you not connect the two?" She's like, "No."
Yeah, they play catch with seals. Like, Tony, go long. And fucking whacks it with the
Yeah,
water.
man. They do not mess around.
So they don't do that. Just that we see the one orca there that's getting fed, and they seems like a nice orca. And
it was also a smaller orca.
Yeah, it was a smaller, yeah.
Sharks are not stupid.
No.
They know that
apparently they sense and they book it.
Oh yeah.
If they sense an orca's in the area, they're gone. Because they're dicks.
I like how you're now like a marine biologist.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty on par with Catherine.
That's true. I think we all are.
Yeah. It's not hard. Later, Calvin Bouchard, the park manager, welcomes his friend, adventurer and hunter Philip. Okay, so I don't know if we've missed this. Oh, no, it's coming up. Philip Fitzroyce and Mike's younger brother, Sean, arrives for a visit, having taken the summer off from college. That night, Shelby, a mechanic who dives into the water. He looked great. He looked like the ultimate beer-drinking dad bod with the mustache and the tan.
You know what? He is someone who lucked into this job because he was originally chartering boats. He had his own boat chartering business out on the ocean, and then he met Charlene. He really liked her, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll move to Orlando. Yeah, I'll take care of these little water people. Let's go."
Yeah, because he didn't even need an air tank.
He didn't need an air tank.
Doesn't need a
no
fucking
lights.
air tank. No lights.
Why wouldn't you have a spotter? Because Shelby don't need no spotter.
No, Shelby's
there was
a man.
so much wrong safety wise in this. I was like, honestly, you deserve to get eaten. 100%. You deserve it.
He into the water to repair and secure the gates. He's attacked by a shark and killed, severing his right arm. Mike, Kay, and Sean go out for drinks, and Sean meets and begins dating Kelly Ann Bukowski. I did not know that was her full name. One of the park's water skiers. She's one of the park's water skiers. Meanwhile, these two geniuses, two criminals sneak into the park and go underwater to steal coral. Why I guess coral is actually pretty worth some money if you can get
good money from. This is also why a lot of the coral reefs ended up getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And then
for our amusement.
Yeah, and then entire ecosystems were upended. But I mean, it's fine. Capitalism, right?
Yeah. Stupid fish. And they intend to sell, but both are killed by the shark in the process. And this shark just ate one, pulled the rope in, and the other guy went down, and then said, "Fuck it, I gotta get rid of the evidence," and then ate the boat. I don't know if sharks really do that, if they're that smart.
They don't do that. No, they don't eat the boat.
But this shark got rid of the evidence. There was nothing of these two morons. There was no evidence at all.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's great. The next day, Kay and Mike are informed of Overman's disappearance. They go down in a submarine. Oh, that submarine. First, the submarine's cool. I'm like, that would be fun.
No, it's super cool.
But the effects, like you said, this was on par, maybe not even as good as Star Trek. Not Next Generation. I mean the original Star Trek.
Original Star Trek. And it wasn't as good as original Star Trek. Original Star Trek did better.
It did. And if you see the movie and you see the Yellow Submarine, it looks a lot like, what were they called? The little ships they took to go explore. They took one red shirt. He never came back.
I'm getting there. Shuttle. Is a shuttle.
It's just a shuttlecraft, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say Puddle Jumper, but that was Stargate Atlantis.
Correct.
Right.
Puddle Jumpers are Stargate Atlantis. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me being a nerd. Yeah. During the search, they encounter a juvenile great white. Only 10 feet. That would be enough to scare the shit out of me.
For reals.
And then, the dolphins. Okay, so they're in the actual. They're like, hey, let's get out of the safety of the submarine. Although, to be fair, you're not going to think great white sharks in the water.
No.
And so they get out. And they go to that sunken ship. And then the shark attacks violently, too.
Of course.
Doesn't look very convincing, but it is violent.
It's very jarring.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
And they encounter the juvenile great white, and then the dolphins, Cindy and Sandy, rescue Kay and Mike. But the shark escapes back into the park. Yeah, so this was kind of cool because what's her name? Kay loses her grip of her dolphin. Mike is like, I'll remember you, because he doesn't go back to get her. But Sandy or Cindy comes around and picks her up again.
Yes.
Yeah. Slowly.
Because Sandy and Sydney are the ones who are doing the work.
Yes.
Who the fuck's the orca? Just hanging out.
Yeah. Watching it. But I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't know exactly how fast sharks can swim, but I know it's fast. And the time that she lost, because it was right behind them trying to get them.
Yeah.
And she let go of the dolphin. The dolphin came back, let her grab on, and then took her a bit to get. I'm like, that shark should have eaten both of them by now.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have a theory. I think the shark stopped to take a nap at that moment. And that's the only reason they got out.
Or was looking at that little skeleton, Dave or whatever his name was down on the ship.
Yeah, we call him Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
They inform Bouchard and Fitzroy suggest killing the shark on network television. Kay protests instead of, now remember people, you might be going, oh, that's mean. This is 1982 or 83. We didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Killing a shark on network TV would be considered cool.
Yes. No, nobody was clamoring about saving the sharks at that point.
No. Haven't you seen Jaws? Kay protests instead of recommending capturing the shark and recommends capturing the shark and keeping it alive in captivity, which would generate more publicity for the park. The shark is successfully captured, and Kay and her staff begin to nurse it to health. Calvin, the genius, desperate to start the money rolling in immediately, orders it moved to an exhibit, but the shark dies. Every decision this guy makes.
Why would you listen to the biologist, not the marine biologist, just the biologist?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not like it's her job or anything. Yes, mister, I run the business, but I know nothing about sea animals. Please make all the decisions. But yeah, no, every time he makes a decision, everybody's like, somebody dies or something dies. There's a lot of...
He's always yelling at who was that guy? Was it Fred or the other black guy in the control booth?
That's his nephew, apparently.
Right. And he was always yelling at them. And I actually said, I'm like, what is this? Did you just like a family or your brother or something? And then you learn that it's his nephew.
Yeah. Fred, played by Alonzo Ward. So
yeah,
very much Alonzo for your sacrifice and your service.
Okay, so Kelly persuades Sean. No, okay, where are we? We're rolling in and moves. The shark dies. Kelly persuades Sean out onto the water in a bumper boat despite his trepidation due to experiences in Amity.
Mm.
Overman's corpse, that's our man's man that got eaten in the beginning.
Oh, Shelby.
Shelby, yeah. Corpse is discovered and reviewing the body. Yeah, so the head or torso shows up when people are walking through that thing.
Yes.
So they get it. I love how they're like, she's a fucking biologist, but this being early 80s, they're like, no, you can't look at you're a woman.
So then Michael goes,
can't handle it. And then
he gags like a little bitch.
He screams like a little girl and starts gagging. Oh, dude,
like,
that's...
I need to see if it's a shark attack.
Yeah.
She was fine.
Yeah, she said it. And I think she was upset, obviously, because not what she was seeing, the size of the bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, that is a big ass bite. That is not the baby shark that we had.
Yeah. But I loved that. Like, no, woman, you can't handle this. But I'm a biologist.
They
I studied this shit.
Men still do that to this day. And I'm like, y'all, we deal with grosser shit on the daily just with our bodies. Like, please.
Yeah.
Show us a dead body. We'll deal with it. It's fine. It's not a problem.
But I did like Dennis Quaid's reaction. It was awesome.
He looks at it, and then as soon as like the little marine bugs start to come out of the dead guy's mouth, he's like, what? It's so good. He violently gags.
Kay realizes that the shark that killed Shelby is the first shark's 30'5" long length and mother. Yeah. And that it must also be inside the park. She is able to convince Calvin about this newest development when the shark herself shows up in the window of the underwater cafe. Very slowly.
Yes. It goes right up against the window too.
Yeah.
Like, hi.
Flushed out from her. Like, okay, if you're listening, like if you think of the Meg, when that little girl is in that big, you could see everything and the Meg is there, and then it is nothing like that. It is the exact opposite. Not even close.
It's more like the Meg in rehearsals where they have the little girl sitting in a room, and then they have like at the window in the door, they put up a picture of the shark. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. Or like some guy for 2 minutes hits the computer buttons and he's like, okay, this is a rough estimate of what it will look like. But here, look. That's what this looked like. It was bad. Flushed out from her refuge inside a filtration. So she was hiding in the filtration pipe this entire time?
Apparently. That is a ginormous... Well, no, because they talk about it a couple times. And it's funny because they mention it to him, or what's his name? Michael, and he needs to fix it, but I think he's waiting on a part or something. Or the current's too strong or some shit like that. Like he has a reason why he can't fix it. They talk to Calvin and he's like, just avert it because it's too expensive to order parts. And you're like, excuse me, this problem has been mentioned twice.
Yeah.
If this is where the shark is hiding, I want more people to mention it more often.
Yeah. Okay, so he's in a filtration pipe hiding. You would almost think that the shark's head would peek out and go, once in a while.
Somebody would have seen the shark at some point.
Yeah. A 35-foot long shark. That's huge.
Yeah. That doesn't go unnoticed.
No. The shark begins to wreak havoc on the park, injuring Kelly and causing a leak that nearly drowns everyone in the underwater tunnel. Fitzroyce and his assistant, Jack Tate, go down to the filtration pipe and attempt to lure the shark back in as a trap to kill it. As Jack closes the pipe's gate, Fitzroyce successfully leads the shark into the pipe, but his tether rope suddenly snaps due to the strong current generated by its pumps. So I know that they were saying that the current from the pumps that's why he had to pull himself out. And that's maybe why the shark was moving so slow, but it's so bad.
Sharks, especially 35-foot ones, are very large, very powerful, and very fast.
Yeah, they can go against the current.
Yeah, those currents were not that strong. To push back a 35-foot great white shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Trapped inside the pipe and unable to reach the ladder to the exit hatch, he decides to kill the shark with a bang stick to no effect. The shark proceeds to eat him whole before he can pull the pin from his grenade, and he gets killed. Now, this is the point of view from inside the shark.
Yes.
And it doesn't tear him apart. It's kind of just
swallowed
in the top of its mouth. Like it's almost as if like the shark got a big thing of peanut butter, and it's like a dog has peanut butter. Like
yeah.
And because he's not killing him, he's just
no, because his body is beyond the teeth.
Yeah.
He was just swallowed like an oyster. Like that's all it was. He was just swallowed. And it killed me because I was sitting there because every time they had the shark's mouth move, more kind of bloodied water. I was like, but what is making the water bloody?
Yeah.
Like, he can't already be digested?
No.
What? The teeth are in front of him. What? Where is the blood coming from?
Yeah, because the body is still there. Like it's stuck in his teeth or something. Like you can't get it. This body's stuck.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. This felt very preschool animation. Like if a preschool animation style was made of this kill, this is what it would be like. Yeah. Where you don't actually see anything. There's blood in the water, and then the shark's mouth just does that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. Up and down.
Yeah.
Yep. Hearing that the shark has been lured into the pipe, Mike and Kay go down to repair the underwater tunnel so the technicians can restore air pressure and drain the water. Calvin, here's another Calvin decision, orders the pumps to be shut down to suffocate the shark, but this axe instead allows it to break free from the pipe and attack Mike and Kay. All it does is wave its tail.
Yeah.
And that bolt gets dented. I'm like, how is that doing that? It's just waving its tail back and forth. It's not. It would make more sense if it was like banging it with its nose, but it was just waving its tail.
Yeah.
This was
Buddy.
stupid. Yeah.
Buddy. None of us understand.
Yeah. But they are again saved by dolphins. They make their way back to the control room, and the civilians in the underwater tunnel are safely evacuated. The shark suddenly appears in probably one of the best shark effects in the movie.
Yes, I agree.
Because the control room and the civilians in the underwater tunnel are safely evacuated. The shark suddenly appears in front of the window and smashes through the glass, flooding the control room and killing the technician. Calvin doesn't save his nephew; he saves the chick.
Okay, but look, he didn't have time to save his nephew.
That's true, and the nephew was a shitty employee.
Shark came through the ice, through the glass, and immediately nephew was right there. So
yeah,
chomp done.
Now let's remember this, everybody. The shark chomps the technician. He gets him and eats him.
Yes,
because this is very important.
Yes. But wait, I'm going to clarify this because so the other worker that was in there, she was unconscious and floating.
Yeah.
And then Calvin swims over to her to save her. Nephew's already gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Ain't nobody swimming into a shark's mouth to try and pull out a body.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
So underwater tent saved by the shark appears in front of the window. Yeah, okay. So when the shark's mouth is open, now it just ate the technician.
Correct.
Fitzroy, the corpse of Fitzroy is still there.
Yeah.
It ate the technician, but Fitzroy is there with the grenade in its hand.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are you kidding? This is amazing.
But that was another point where I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, this makes no sense. It just ate someone, and Fitzroy is still there, stuck in a tooth. Like, you need to give the shark a toothpick.
The last thing you see is the shark with the shark in it. The shark eating the tech. So you don't expect Fitzroy to be sitting there.
His whole body is still there, holding the grenade. No, you don't expect that at all.
You're like, did he spit out the tech? Like, I don't understand what happened.
I'm like, this is amazing. When the shark's mouth is open, Mike notices Fitzroy's corpse, which has drifted there from inside its belly, still holding the grenade. Oh, that makes sense. It was in its belly, and then it just drifted up.
Of course.
This is Mike uses a bent pole to pull its pin. This is the climax of the fucking movie. He had to put a pole into a shark's mouth to a grenade, that a grenade's pin that you can put only your finger in to pull
Yep.
and pull it. And he did it in 3 tries. I think it was 2 or 3 tries. He got it.
Yep. 100%. Why? Because that's Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Would have been awesome if, like, I'm going to have to sacrifice. I'm going to swim into the shark's mouth. As it's chewing on me, I will pull the pin and save us.
I would have preferred that.
Yeah, me too. Mike uses a bent pole to pull the pin, triggering the grenade explosion and killing the shark while he and Kay take cover. Afterward, and the explosion was fantastic. The way those teeth flew out
those teeth.
And made like the shark mouth.
I swear to God, they got a National Geographic magazine. They cut out a picture of shark's teeth, like fossilized shark's teeth. And they were like, we'll just use that as the effect. That's
God.
what we'll do.
I wonder if this looked any good in 3D when you were watching it.
It could not.
No, it couldn't have.
It could not.
I did watch this in 3D with my glasses at home on Laserdisc on a shitty tube TV. I'm pretty sure it did not come out of the screen. Mike and Kay celebrate with the dolphins who survived their battle with the shark. Yes, they made it seem like either Cindy or Sandy. One of them didn't make it. It looked like almost the shark got it.
They were like, Sandy!
But he did, because he does about 1,000 flips into the air.
Yes.
This movie wasted a third of the movie just showing this dolphin do flips.
There were a lot of flips. I was like, okay, I get it. Like one flip and then everybody laughs.
Yeah.
And then you all start swimming to get out of the lagoon.
Not this movie.
Stop there.
Yeah. This movie, the dolphins just kept flipping and flipping and flipping. And the piece de resistance was the worst looking 3D effect dolphins come up off to the side to make this 3D effect with Dennis Quaid and Bess Armstrong. It looks so ridiculous. And I was like, bravo. And I started to clap and I stood up. Like, bravo. I had to stand up and get the DVD out of the machine
the
anyways.
Teen musical rom-com vibe that I'm talking about.
Oh. And that is our movie. Which I enjoyed thoroughly for all the wrong reasons.
100%.
So, all right. What is your score for Jaws 3?
I'm going to say rent it. Here's why. I lived through this. I watched this movie. I took notes. Everybody else should too. You're going to spend the majority of the movie being like, I don't understand what the fuck is happening. You're going to spend a lot of time being like, ooh, very dramatic music. Something dramatic's about to happen. And then nothing dramatic happens. You're going to spend a lot of time being like, what is this game that they're playing at the bar? What? And then you're going to spend also a lot of time being like, why am I hearing all of this information about Shelby and Charlene and why do old credit cards look like that? Like, there's going to be a lot of just like, why? And then you're going to watch the effects and you're going to laugh and laugh and laugh. And you're going to end up at the end of this movie and you're going to sit there going, I don't even know what I watched.
No.
I don't even know if I like it, but I am not mad at it. I am not mad that I paid $4.99. I am not mad that I sat through over an hour and a half of this movie. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Do I think it's a good movie? No. Fuck no. It is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Do I know if I like it? No. Fuck no. I don't know if I like it. Do I know if at the end of that movie I just kind of shook my head and I was like, I don't know what just happened. I don't even know what kind of movie that is. Yes, that is exactly what I did. And I want everyone else to experience that.
Yeah.
There you go.
What would you IMDb it?
I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10 because it could go either way for every person. You could either finish watching it after the hour and a half and be like, I'm never doing that again, but I'm glad that that's in my brain now. Or you could be like, that is the greatest, worst movie ever. And I need to show everybody I know so I'm not alone in this experience. But solid 5. Because I did laugh. I wasn't supposed to, but I did.
Yeah.
What's your score?
Okay, I did buy it, and this has 3 movies on it. It doesn't have the original.
Okay.
It has 2, 3, and 4. This Blu-ray was $9.99. It was on sale, and so I paid $10. And the DVD is regularly $9.99 for all 3 movies on Amazon. You don't have to worry about buying the Blu-ray. Like, it's not like, oh, I need a better. It all looks the same.
Yeah.
This is not an upgrade. This is not scaled or redone or remastered. Nothing. So for $10, I say buy it. Do not pay $15 for just Jaws 3.
Oh yeah, no.
Rent it for $5 if that's the case. But if you can get it for $10 for 3 of them, or if you were going to rent it for $5 and it was for sale for $5 on Apple or Amazon, I would say buy it. It is a horrible, horrible movie. Whoever wrote it, whoever did the effects, whoever this movie was financially successful. Like, it made what 5 times, 6 times its budget, and it was so bad that they never let this guy direct another movie. That's how bad this movie was, and it is fantastic. It is acted badly. It is written badly. It looks bad. The shark is the dumbest and slowest shark I have ever seen. The 3D effects, oh my God, count them. Do a drinking game. You will be laughing and buzzing. Yeah, but it is not a good movie at all. This is like, if you're having a Jaws marathon, I don't even know if you can include the first Jaws movie. It would just be so jarring. 2 is ridiculously funny. Compared to this, it's a masterpiece, but yeah,
it doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. No, this is so bad it's good. This is up there with Grizzly. It's just horrible.
See, I wouldn't put it up there with Grizzly, but
because
Grizzly actually had a story that made sense.
This story didn't make sense.
And Grizzly also had more bear in it. This needed more shark.
This needed a lot more shark.
A lot more shark. And if it had a lot more shark, along with everything else that it had, I'd be like, it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, it needed a lot more shark, a lot more story, a lot more better effect. Yeah, it needed a lot more of everything.
That's why I'm like, it's not so bad, it's good.
Yeah,
but it's
so bad it's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's a wonderful, horrible experience.
It's so
that's a joy.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because Grizzly is so bad it's good. This movie, depending on your mood, who you're watching with, you could watch this movie and go, that is the dumbest fucking thing I have ever seen.
Yes.
I am so mad I just spent. You can be in a great mood, watch that going, that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever saw. I am so happy I watched that. It all depends on your mood. So it's not as so bad it's good. It's an experience. Depending on your mood, your experience can go either way.
Exactly.
I too would give it a 5. And that 5 is completely fun factor. Fun for how bad it was and how much I laughed at a movie. I probably wasn't supposed to laugh at anything.
We were not supposed to laugh.
No.
This was not a comedy, but we laughed.
Yeah.
It's hard not to when you see the effects. Like the severed arm. I laughed so hard.
The fish head, the
fish head, the teeth. Because it just pops up and you're like, what 5th grader did this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what 5th grader did this?
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, I had it here. I forgot. Oh no, this is... Jaws 3. Yeah.
Oh God.
Is anything else we want to add to Jaws 3 before we move on?
Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone now. I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right. Well, for the podcast, thank you for coming back to 1983. This was wonderful, and I hope you run out and watch Jaws 3. Just please be in a good mood. If you're in a bad mood, you'll probably give us hate mail.
100%. You need to be in a goofy mood.
A goofy mood, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch Jaws 2 and then watch this. Don't watch Jaws 1 and watch this.
No,
You'll be angry.
Don't do that. That's crazy talk.
You'll just get angry. Yeah, so thanks for coming back to 1983 until the next movie we remember liking. And that is our next movie, Death Wish 3. So we are going to watch the pre-recorded preview of Death Wish 3. And then when we come back, we will review that movie. So here is the preview for Death Wish 3. As soon as I get it here. All right. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. We are on our last double feature, last one of the summer, last movie itself from 1985. We are still in the 80s. We took a quick break with one movie, but most of it been 80s. And this is Death Wish 3 from 1985, Charles Bronson. We loved, I don't know if we loved, but we really I think it surprised us.
Yeah.
How much we liked Death Wish 1.
Yes. It surprised us. We really liked it.
Yeah.
So
2, not so much.
No, we really didn't like it. That was a no-go.
2 kind of took everything that was good about Death Wish 1 and said, let's not do that. Took everything that was not great about 1 and just amplified it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, have you seen Death Wish 3?
I haven't actually seen Death Wish 3.
Okay.
Because funnily enough, I had never seen any of the Death Wishes until we did this podcast.
Oh, are you in for a treat?
I know. I will say after the first Death Wish, I was like, man, I want to watch all the sequels. And then you were like, we'll do the sequels for the podcast. And I was like, okay, then I'm not going to watch the sequels. So now I just have revelations every time we watch one for this.
Death Wish 3 for me is a Betamax. Going for the summer at my aunt and uncle's, they had 3 movies to it. They recorded off the whatever movie channel they watched it on. 3 movies got put, so the quality was even shittier because they recorded 3 of them.
Of course.
And yeah, Death Wish 3, I remember liking this because it was just violent. It was gang violence, but it's like they just said, fuck it. We're not even going to, you're just going to have him take on an entire, not just a street gang. I think he takes on an entire, it's like there's a lot more guns, a lot more killing.
Of course.
A lot more one-liners. He's even broodier than before.
Broodier.
I will say this about the Death Wish. Talk about equality and unity. The criminals in Death Wish movies are not, they are colorblind. They are,
they're very inclusive.
Very inclusive across the board.
Inclusive. There's never just like one ethnicity in the gang. They welcome everybody.
From what I remember, and especially for some late 70s, early 80s, the gangs had a lot more white people than I think were in gangs at the time, but they were so over the top. They were so like they were these ultra skinhead, ultra violent. I don't know what they were, but I don't think they was realistic.
Why? Do you want to know why? Racism.
Because they didn't want to be racist to the actual gangs?
No, because there were a lot of white gangs. They just had a certain air of legitimacy, i.e. the KKK, the Christian Brotherhood. Like there were quite a few that were basically gangs.
Yeah, but they were very organized.
Eventually, it took them some time. Remember, there was a time where the KKK was just running around with bed sheets on their head. And then eventually they ended up with a membership card. It took a while to get there.
Yeah, starting fires.
I'm not sure the Crips will ever do that. But but because there's this stereotype and this expectation and the profiling that criminals are Black or Latino or Middle Eastern, whenever they would have a white criminal or white gang member, they always had to be extreme. They had, because that's the only way they thought that they could get audiences to be afraid of white people. Because white people, unfortunately, thanks to racism and the patriarchy, white men were considered the safe space. They're not the criminals. that black guy over there is. They're not poor.
Well, yeah, because these guys are over the top. Like, I'm sure
Oh, yeah.
Latinos and black people are watching. Go, if they were in my fucking neighborhood, I'd
they take them
leave.
out 100%. Well, they would either leave or those neighbors would disappear one day. So they don't fucking play about this shit. But anyways, that's why usually white criminals or white gang members are always so extra and extra cruel and extra violent, because they're like, nobody's gonna believe that this, first of all, this white guy's a gang member.
Yeah. Well, in reality, like with white gangs, like we did a lot of talking. We usually broke out into dance. We were the fun gang.
Damn it, you were just there for a good time.
Yeah.
And maybe stealing a few hubcaps. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, we go to the Hop for some malt milkshakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Do our hair, our greaser hair, break out in the song. Yeah.
Break.
When the police said to leave, we said, we will be fine, we'll go. We were very stern about it. We stood up and puffed our chest out, but we would leave.
100% without throwing a punch.
Yeah.
Always. You might turn over a chair.
Yeah, maybe turn over a chair.
You rebel, you.
Yeah.
Knock over the napkin dispenser.
Here's our Death Wish 3 poster. For those listening, Charles Bronson, this is like every Death Wish poster. He's just standing there holding his giant gun.
Yeah.
He's back in New York.
With the city burning behind him.
The city's burning down. Bringing justice to the streets. Death Wish 3. Yeah. It's a cool poster. Yeah. All of the Death Wish posters are great.
Oh, yeah. 100%. If only the movies followed suit.
Yeah. So 1, we liked. 2, not so much. Here's hoping 3.
This ought to be interesting.
Well, let's start with Death Wish 3 taglines. And I think Death Wish movie taglines have been pretty good thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Taglines. Here we go. He's back in New York. Oh, and bringing justice to the streets. Okay, we already did that one. If he can't find justice, he'll make his own.
Oh. That's actually pretty good.
And then there's Charles Bronson. If he can't find justice, he'll make his own. Vengeance is the name of the game.
That's cheesy as fuck.
That's awesome. I gotta make a shirt. Vengeance is the name of my gang. No holds barred. One man justice. Sounds like a down south wrestling.
Yeah. It's not that good. It doesn't flow.
And an oldie but a goodie. He's the judge, jury, and executioner.
That one's good. It's always a classic.
All right. How much do we think this movie cost to make? I'm under the thought that everyone gets increasing lower every time. Yeah. I can't remember what 2 was made for.
Well, no, I think this might be 1.5 million. That's what I'm going to go with.
9 million.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Death Wish 2 was 2 million.
Well, wait. Oh, 1985. Yeah, that still seems really high for me. Unless they're really paying Charles Bronson a lot.
I think, well, he's been such a big name. Like, I know he's not. I'd be racist to the actual gang.
Either leave or those neighbors would disappear one day.
Song, yeah.
Break.
2, not so much. Here's hoping 3.
This ought to be interesting.
Well, let's start with Death Wish 3 taglines. he can't find Justin, he'll make his own.
Mm.
Vengeance is the name of the game.
It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow.
And
Wow.
Death Wish 2 was 2 million.
Well, wait. Oh, 1985. Yeah, that still seems really high for me. Unless they're really paying Charles Bronson a lot.
I think, well, he's been such a big name. Like, I know he's not, maybe not remembered as much as like Arnold or Sylvester Stallone.
Mhm.
But back in like the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, he was like, this is where he started to go down, I think. Well, probably a little bit before this, but he was still able. Well, I don't know if he was. What do we think the box office was?
I think it did well.
All right, let's share before I. Death Wish 3. 16 million.
Oh, okay.
Well, but if you did 8 million.
Yeah, that's
yeah, you made a profit. Yeah. So it was released November. What the fuck? That's stupid.
Interesting.
In 1,400 theaters, but it ranked number 1. It brought in $5 million. To Live and Die in L.A. opened the same weekend. Came in number 2. Jagged Edge was number 3. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 also debuted at number 4.
Interesting.
Back to the Future was in its 18th week at 5th.
Holy shit.
Commando in its 5th week at number 6. Crush Grove, I have no idea. Agnes of God sounds familiar. I do not remember a lot. Remo, Unarmed and Dangerous.
I've never heard of that movie.
No. Better Off Dead. Loved it. After Hours, I remember liking it. Sweet Dreams. Yeah, Silver Bullet. Ooh, Silver Bullet. Yeah, so it did okay. It's next weekend it stayed at number 1. Really? Yeah. Transylvania 65000 opened that weekend. Then dropped to 4, then fell off a cliff to number 12 and 13th.
Yeah.
Christmas was coming. I'm pretty sure Christmas movies. Yeah, Rocky 4, Santa Claus, One Magic Christmas. That's one of our favorite Christmas movies.
It really is. Well, it's the bestest.
So it made its money back and some profit. Made a few $1 million profit. You can't beat that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and say this was not well liked by the critics. Just going to throw that out there.
I don't think it was. I'm going to have to agree with you on that.
Yeah. Death Wish 3. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. A little better than Jaws 3. 15%, 20 reviews.
15%, you say?
Only 5,000 user ratings, comes in at 53%. So a little over half the people.
I mean, that makes sense.
All right. So you did. You look for the good one.
I will look for the good ones.
And I'll pick out what bad one is the better.
Brian Orndorff from Blu-ray.com. I mean, come on. We didn't need a Death Wish 2, but thank Wildy, there's a Death Wish 3. Original score B.
The mark of a terrible film is that even on a third or fourth viewing, there are layers of awfulness to be discovered. And by these rules, Death Wish 3 is very rich text indeed. The third consistently turgid outing for Tactium Vigilante Paul Kersey. 1 out of 5. Film Authority, Eddie Harrison.
Kevin Carr from 7M Pictures. Overblown and unrealistic, yet ultimately cathartic and exciting, Death Wish 3 is still an entertaining ride. Original score 3 out of 5.
Let's see. Chuck O'Leary from Fantastica Daily says the weakest and least credible entry in the series that's more enjoyable than most would admit. But he still gave it 2 out of 5.
Oh. And here's my last one. David Nussar from Real Film Reviews. A decent enough sequel that ultimately feels more in line with the Rambo series than with the previous two films.
Walter Goodman from the New York Times says, there is not a moment of credibility in the movie, and the ending is sheer chaos and anticlimactic at that. Mr. Winter runs out of imagination before Mr. Bronson runs out of ammunition. 2 out of 5. Roger Ebert from the Chicago Sun-Times says, the action, direction, and special effects are all better than the last time around, which isn't saying much. 1 out of 4. So he liked it better than number 2.
Yeah, which really isn't saying much.
Yeah, Entertainment Weekly says, preposterously Rambo-esque. Gives it a D.
Chat.
All right. Well,
so violence.
Lots and lots of violence.
A lot of violence.
Now, IMDb. Oops, sorry. Why aren't you coming up? Okay, has 19,000 viewer ratings, coming in at 5.8.
Oh, it's higher than I thought.
And before we get down to there, it is stars Charles Bronson, Deborah Raffin, and Ed Lauder. Directed by Michael Winner, who also directed the first Death Wish, The Sentinel, Firepower, Hannibal Brooks. He's directed a few. Yeah, he directed Death Wish 2. Did he direct them all? No, he directed number 3 was the last.
Oh, okay.
Did.
Do you think he hit 3 and was just like, that's
I'm
enough
out
now?
Yeah. I can't do it no more, Charles.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's just done.
How angry can you be? All right. You do. Yeah, you start with 10 and then.
All right. Death Wish 3. Unintentionally the funniest movie ever. Jerk 1, 10 out of 10.
Lee of Wine Draka gives it a 9 out of 10 and says mindless action trash classic.
Sorry. What about the cops? Do they do anything? Yeah, they're enforcing the parking laws. Soul 1218, 8 out of 10.
Move over, Death. Here's Paul Kersey. Lost in Limbo, 7 out of 10. I'm starting to see a trend here that this movie is ridiculously violent. Just violent. That's it.
Yeah. Riot in New York's neighborhood. The final solution is Vigilante Kersey. Hello Equipamentos, 6 out of 10.
Let's see here. This movie is hilarious. Funniest film of 1985. Order your rocket launcher today. Mr. Parker, 5 out of 10.
This movie is a good definition for over the top. Tobias _R, 4 out of 10.
New York worsened without Paul Kersey. View and review, 3 out of 10.
Let me see. Okay. This is the one I'm going with. He killed the giggler. Johnny _Numb, 2 out of 10.
Okay. I have absolutely no idea what the question mark. Truly horrible. So stupid. It was kind of good. JTBMJB, 1 out of 10.
Amazing. This bodes well for us.
Yeah, this actually looks like it's just ridiculous, over the top silliness. So this might actually be fun. It might. It might not be.
I'm really hoping it's going to be a fun one.
All right. So I think we got everything. So let us view the trailer. What do we... Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself here. Classic trailer. Here we go. Let us share.
New York, a city pushed to the edge. People pushed to the limit, and no one's got the guts to stop them.
It's collection time, Charlie.
3 murders, 4 rapes, 9 acts of random violence. This isn't a neighborhood, it's a war.
But there is one way. One man who won't be pushed. Charles Bronson.
What's the problem? Now you're gonna die.
It'll be just like before, Mr. Vigilante, with one important difference. You're gonna work for me.
People have got to start to fight back and hard.
I sent them a message.
That's him. I'll take care of him.
And now, he's in the middle of a war.
See what you done? You got me mad.
In a world gone mad, there is only one law. His. Charles Bronson, Death Wish 3. Bronson's back in New York, bringing justice to the streets. Charles Bronson, Death Wish 3.
Did he just shoot him out the window with a rocket launcher? Can you imagine breaking in through a window, but there's a guy standing there with a rocket launcher?
This is going to be so ridiculous.
That looks awesome.
Oh my God. Somebody shoved him and he shot him.
Yeah. How fucking you shoved me.
So rude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
you don't shove Paul Kersey. What are you, out of your mind?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Knock on the door for a cup of sugar. You fucking fire a rocket launcher. Did you see the Gatling gun? What the?
Yes. Where?
Wow.
Where? And then the cops are just like, you work for me now.
Yeah.
Or you could just ignore him killing off all the gang members. Like, he doesn't actually have to work for you. Like,
No,
did he
just-
bring him back just for that? He's like, look, so I know you're like a super vigilante, but would you mind killing everybody? Thanks.
Yeah. Turn on the Paul Kersey signal. Just a big shot in the sky of like a gun.
Also, his gun got like way bigger.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It looked a little bigger.
Yeah. I was like, his gun was not that.
No, because in number 1 he had just a regular like
Yeah, like, it was like a
35 or
handgun,
whatever it was. Yeah. Now it looks like he's in Dirty Harry territory now.
Yeah, it's a little excessive.
That's like
feels
a
excessive.
Magnum, whatever.
It's, I don't know.
I want
45?
one.
For what?
I don't know. Just if someone bumps into me or shoves me, pull out my gun. I won't shoot them, but you see someone, you go, this guy's fucking unhinged. I was just being a dick.
Lord.
This guy's a lunatic.
This guy's a lunatic.
Now I know why his kids are behaving at the table in the restaurant. Because he has a 45. I think I'm going to like it. I think it's going to be, again, this is not going to be a technically good movie.
No. I also think that the story is the plot is going to be so fucking thin.
Oh, yeah. I think they were like, fuck the plot.
I think nobody's really going
We
to
don't
be
need
like,
a plot.
there's no such thing as a plot in
No.
this movie. It's a figment
Bad
of your
guys,
imagination.
you, a gun. Dude, Charles, it writes itself. Come on.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be at. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
If it is ridiculous, over the top, silly, thin plot, if I'm having fun watching it, I'll enjoy myself. This could be so bad it's good.
I have a feeling it might be so bad it's good.
It looks like, they're number 1. Surprisingly, I really liked it. Number 2, they tried to go darker.
Yeah, they went really dark, and we didn't
care for it.
Like, we didn't need all of that.
And then this one, they're like, we'll go the opposite way.
Yeah, I feel like this one, they're just kind of like, and let's just have him kill people.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be, we don't have to show everybody exactly why. We'll have the cop there to be like, but now you work for me.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it looks like Paul Kersey just now has lost it. Now he's just fucking just running
He's
around
just shooting
New York
everybody.
shooting people. All right. Well, I think it's going to be fun. We are going to go watch Death Wish 3 from 1985. And when we get back, we're going to review this thing.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! I know we said there that this just looks ridiculous, has a thin plot. Oh my God, if you have no idea.
I don't even know if there's really
there is no it's very like
there's a starting
rice
point.
paper thin. Like there is a story here, but plot.
But is it actually a story, or is it just a series of actions that happen? There's no real story.
And for about an hour and 20 minutes, I'm like, where the fuck is the money? Did they just give it all to Charles Bronson? And then the ending, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
there's where all the money went. Okay. What is your initial thoughts for Death Wish 3?
So I watched this movie and I laughed and I cringed and I laughed again. And then after I wrote all my notes, like movie was done, I wrote one final note. This movie is ridiculous.
Oh, so ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
Beyond
Also,
over the top.
Can I just say, like, 100% fuck Death Wish for always having a rape. And that's when, like, titties are shown. Every single fucking time. And everybody dies.
Give me titties when they're like, you know, when he's that girl that's like 40 years younger than him. Has this crush on him.
And look, a woman gets attacked, but not raped. They rip open her blouse. She gets saved.
Yeah.
I will accept that too. But every single time they rip open a blouse, you see the titties. The woman gets raped.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little more graphic than others, but there's always the close up on her face when the action is happening. And then the woman who gets raped always dies.
Always dies.
And I'm like, for fuck's sakes.
Now, in the first movie and the second movie, they almost use that as his motivation to kill people. He didn't need motivation in this movie.
No,
and I will. Yeah. Oh, geez. And we'll get to that. He kills a lot of people. The rape scene in this movie is very short, and compared to like 1 and 2 is very short. Like, you know what's going on, but it's very short.
Well,
and I appreciated that.
I was so hopeful though going in, because we make it through a good chunk of the movie.
Yeah, I thought, there's no gonna be rape.
Are they finally going to stop? Because especially for this movie, there really is no point.
Oh yeah, you didn't need it in this movie.
You didn't need it. And even in the second movie, beat the crap out of the housekeeper and kill her. Sure. You don't have to use rape.
Yeah.
And I kind of understand the first movie. It's supposed to be so
It's supposed to be like that. Yeah.
It's so like violent, and so that it changes him. It changes this mild-mannered, I think he was an architect, mild-mannered architect. Now he has no career. Now he rides buses. But it's supposed to be very jarring and very violent and very cruel and barbaric.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to make him like kind of disassociate from humanity.
Yeah, this had nothing to do with him.
We don't need it in 2 and 3. We don't need it in 2 and 3. Like, there's no point. So I was so happy for a little bit, because I was like, are we gonna make it through a Death Wish without a rape?
Nope.
And then there was a rape, and I was like, God damn it, Death Wish.
Yeah.
He's already killing people. He doesn't need a reason to kill more.
No, and in the movie, he doesn't even need a good reason to kill people.
No. If you push him, you're dead.
Yeah. He doesn't say, get away from me. I'm warning you. Nope.
No. He's like, fuck that ice cream, and just shoots you in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll shoot you in the front. If you run from him, he'll
Yep.
shoot. That gun's real. I looked it up. That is a 4.75. That is bigger than Dirty Harry's gun. This isn't, and it is actually a gun that if you're like, oh, I need to reload my rifle to stop that elephant, but it's going to take me some time. Oh, lucky I brought this hand cannon, and you can stop an elephant with this fucking. The size of the hole that it was leaving in front of people, like the front of the body, was like if you put your finger and your thumb together, that's a big entry point.
Yeah.
That means the insides of you are done. They're scrambled. They're gone. That was a big ass fucking gun, and he used it.
Oh, did he ever?
He used all the guns.
Also, he made his own ammunition.
And he made his own, yeah.
I was like, that's very entrepreneurial of yourself.
And he was like, you know what? I need some more. He went on fucking Amazon and ordered some more shit. Because Amazon was delivering him rocket launchers and more guns.
No, that just came from the old man upstairs.
Oh
my God.
I did love this movie. Again, not a good movie.
No.
It is, but it is so ridiculous.
So ridiculous. And that's what I really love about, like, it is every cliche, every like just horrible 1980s thing. He didn't even have to act. He just had to keep a straight face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm sure was exceptionally difficult for him. Like, do you think Charles Bronson woke up every day and he's like, oh, we're doing scenes like 35, 36, and 37 today? Okay.
Yeah.
Then did he have to sit in his trailer and giggle it all out for him to go out onto set and be like,
counting his money? I'm wondering if like he was like, they were going over the script. He goes, you know what? You have me killing like 8 people in this movie. I would like to kill 150. And they're like, how are we going to do that? I have a thought. We just get 150 fucking gang members to come in at the end.
Yes.
And I'll fucking kill them all. They're like, oh, okay.
They're like, okay, yeah, sure. Sounds good.
We can do that.
Well,
I will say this. Because the ending, and we'll get to it, I laughed with amusement. I laughed with absurdity.
Oh my God, yes.
It was so funny but fun. I bet you the stunt guys, the effects guys, the fire guys, the explosion, everybody along that line must have had the time of their life on this film. The motorcycle stunt team, everyone just might have had a ball. If you ask them, they'll go, my favorite movie, Death Wish 3.
I'm sure they were like kids on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
100%.
They got that script and go, are you kidding us?
Oh, wait.
This
wait,
is
you
awesome.
mean I get to blow up like 6 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
For
I
no
get to,
reason.
like, set an entire building on fire? Yeah. Oh my God, this is so cool. Wait, how many people are falling off of buildings or out of buildings? This is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm probably sure the head guy was like, gone to the director or the first AD and like, is this a typo? Are these all typos? Or did we get like some grade 5 students writing project? Because is this real? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, sweet.
Honestly, it really does. And this sounds so ridiculous, but it really does feel like a 12 or 13-year-old boy wrote the end of this movie.
Yeah. This was like, the director was like, you know what? Fuck it. I had this thought when I was in grade 6. Every Willem scream, every explosion. Well, how are we going to get them to explode? Doesn't matter. They can bump into a fire hydrant and we're going to blow it up.
We're going to blow it all up. Yeah, it's get a group of like tween to early teen boys together. And you say, hey, so look, here's what happens in this movie up until this point.
Yeah.
Go brainstorm the end. Every single one. Then you can blow that up, and then you can light that on fire, and then there's a chain, and you're gonna take out all the bike yeah. And then and then you're gonna set that on fire, and then you're gonna have everybody standing there with their little guns and they're shooting people. Yeah. And you're like, oh fuck yeah. That's exactly what this movie needed.
Yeah. I could not be happier.
I know. Like, don't get me wrong. I was just giggling through the end.
Oh, it was so ridiculous.
I was just giggling through the end because I was like, "Whoo, what?"
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like that one review where they're like, and it's complete utter chaos. It is complete utter chaos at the end of this movie.
Even through the entire movie.
Oh yeah, the whole movie is ridiculous and over the top, but the ending, you're like, oh my god.
You're just like, you saved all of your budget.
Yeah, for the end.
Like, what can we blow up? What can we set on fire? How many squibs can we put on a person?
Yeah,
to have them bleed out.
Paul Kersey is going to kill everyone, and then random people are going to just start fucking killing people.
Yes,
for whatever reason.
It's so fun. I'm like, all of these people have guns.
Yeah.
But nobody was helping Paul Kersey before this.
No.
Like, all you needed was like the occasional, like, someone goes up on a roof, and then, you know, when Paul Kersey's trying to kill someone, you just help him out a little bit and shoot like the bad guy's little friends. But no, everybody kept their guns in their drawers.
I said that to nobody because I was in the living room by myself. Where the fuck were you people at the beginning of the movie?
Right?
It's like, okay. Well, let's go through this movie because
let's.
There's no plot here, but a lot happens.
That's so true.
So, roughly 3 or 4 years after the events of the previous film, Paul Kersey has been traveling the country as a vigilante in various cities. Yeah, he has a rap sheet in multiple cities where he's just going around killing people.
He's now traveling under.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kills bad people, but he's a serial killer. He might be the serial killer.
Look, being a serial killer is not defined by killing good people.
No,
you can kill bad people and still be a serial killer.
Exactly.
It's just everybody's a little slower to arrest you.
Yeah. He returns to New York City for the first time after having been banned for what he did over 10 years ago to visit with his Korean War buddy, Charlie, who is attacked by a gang in the East New York apartment, and the neighbors hear the commotion and call the police. Paul arrives and Charlie collapses dead in his arms. The police mistake Paul for his murder and arrest him. There's your plot.
I just like to point out that the police are not good.
These are the worst police.
These are the worst police in the world.
These are
They show up, they immediately arrest him. He's holding a gun. He's still holding the gun when they grab his hand to handcuff him.
Yeah. They don't say drop it.
No. They're just like, no, you killed him. And Paul Kersey says nothing.
Yeah. They just assume that he won't shoot them. And they're lucky he didn't.
Oh boy, are they lucky, because we all know he loves to shoot.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad for the old man because he was just like, take care of my stuff until I get back. And then he dies. And I was like, oh. Also, can I just flag right now the amount of elder abuse in this movie was very upsetting.
So much elder abuse.
I'm like, leave the poor little old people alone. Okay, let them live their lives.
Like if you're a person that don't like old people.
Oh, this is the movie for you.
This is the movie for you.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, get that geriatric motherfucker. At the police station, Police Inspector Richard Stryker recognizes Paul as Mr. Vigilante. Stryker lays down the law before Paul is taken into a holding cell. In the same cell is Manny Fracker, leader of the gang who killed Charlie. After a fight between Paul and him, Manny is released. Actually, Fracker doesn't at first. This big bald guy decides to.
Everybody decides to
pick
mess
on.
with.
Yeah. So he takes the bald guy and rams his head right in between the bars of the jail cell. That had to hurt.
Well, especially because the bars were entirely too small for his head to make it through.
Exactly.
But weirdly enough, his ears are still attached.
Yeah.
But he's bleeding. We don't know from where. It's just on the side of his head. But I mean, okay.
So this movie's already starting on a spectacular foot. It's already ridiculous. Well, actually getting arrested the way he did and just walking into this whole thing was ridiculous. And it just goes from here. Man, and then the freaker guy doesn't like the way he's looking at him or something, and
Yeah,
tries to beat him up, and
there's a lot of people trying to beat him up.
And he doesn't do a very good job, and then that guy Freaker gets released, and he's like, "You're lucky, man. I would have killed you." And Paul Kersey's like, "You don't know. You have no idea." The police receive daily reports about the increased rate of crime. Stryker offers a deal to Paul. He can kill all the punks he wants as long as he informs Stryker of any gang activity he hears about. So the police can get a bust and make the news.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul moves into Charlie's apartment in a gang turf war zone. The building is populated by elderly tenants. It's all, well, there's a couple of younger people in there, but mostly it's the elderly.
Yes.
And they're all terrified of Manny's gang. They include Bennett Cross, a World War II veteran, and Charlie's buddy, Mr. and Mrs. Kaprov, an elderly Jewish couple, and a young Hispanic couple, Rodriguez and his wife, Maria. She looked very familiar.
She played Deanna Troi on Star Trek Next Gen.
Oh, that's why. I'm like, it was bugging me. Like, yeah. I'm like, I know her. And I didn't have my phone with me. And I'm like,
yeah.
She played Deanna Troi. Okay. Yeah. That's where I know her from.
I was like, Counselor Troi, you're so young.
Oh, that was her boobies.
It was her boobies.
And what a waste. That's not how I want to see boobies.
Yeah. Also, I wrote, "How you going to do that to Deanna Troi" in my notebook. Mm-hmm. It was a very upsetting time.
And then just kill her off like that.
I know. We didn't even get to see her die. Her husband didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Fucking blood clot. This is bullshit.
Yeah. And after a few violent muggings, Paul buys a used car as bait. When two gang members try to break into the car, Paul shoots them with his Colt Cobra. That's the small gun. So he does have the small gun. And then he keeps telling them that Wadley is coming. Don't worry, Wadley's coming. Wadley's going to take care of everything. And they're like, okay. But when he goes out there, he doesn't even say, "Hey, get away from my car. Hey, you better watch out. You better leave." He just fucking shoots them. They're like, he goes, "That's my car."
He's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
and
what's the problem?
they're like, "Never you mind. I'm fixing the car." Well, what's the problem? Well, why do you want to know? Because it's my car. Oh, yeah. Bang, bang. Done. And you're like, oh, I guess that's it. And then he just calmly turns around and walks away.
And goes back and has dinner.
And finishes dinner. I'm like, that's...
Yeah, he walks in and goes, "I was just having a problem with the car."
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I think that really, really sets the tone for the movie.
Yeah.
Because that's what you see through this whole thing. Because now he's fully like, it's a job.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shoot people. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I do. Paul twice protects Maria from the gang, but is unable to save her a third time as she is assaulted and raped, later dying in the hospital from her injuries. They missed a bit. Oh, Alex Winter is in this.
Yes, he is. He's one of the gang members.
He's one of the gang members. Yeah. Always someone in a Death Wish movie that pops up and you go, "Hey." So Paul orders a new gun, a Wildly hunting pistol. This thing is a hand cannon. And when I say a hand cannon, it really is a hand cannon. He spends the afternoon with Bennett hand loading ammunition for it. He then tests the gun when the giggler steals his Nikon camera. Yeah, so he puts the camera on his back as bait to have it stolen. The giggler steals it. He's running. He gets pretty far. He pulls out this giant gun and just blows a hole through him.
He takes aim and then he shoots and it's done.
And it's a loud gun too.
So loud.
Paul is applauded by the neighborhood as Shrieker and the police take the credit. Paul also throws a gang member off a roof. Don't remember what that's from.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people get thrown from the roof.
No, he gets chased. Oh, it's the first time he throws someone off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first roof jumper.
But that was funny when everyone just starts applauding. They were like,
You're like, yeah, kill the motherfuckers. Well, because as he kills people, the people in the neighborhood, they're all like, let's wait and see how this like shakes out. Like we appreciate you starting to kill people. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, let's make sure this can actually be sustained. And then as it's happening more and more, they're like, wow, he just keeps killing people and not dying too. That's amazing.
Yeah. I like the black lady because she's like, that motherfucker stole my purse. He deserved to die.
And then it's funny because you see all the like gang members, they're like, he killed Giggler, man.
Yeah, they're all sad and upset.
Giggler.
Public defender Catherine Davis is moving out of the city and Paul offers to take her to dinner. That's not what happened. She actually went into the ghetto.
Oh, yeah.
And can we talk about this ghetto? What the fuck and where is that? Jesus Christ. That looks like Beirut.
This is supposed to be East New York.
Yeah, like the Bronx or
right?
something.
And I'm like, sirs, I don't think you understand where East New York, like, is this upstate New York? Where is this East New York you're talking about?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks like Manhattan, but then it starts to look like the countryside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where the fuck are we? It's very confusing. Maybe we are in the Bronx, but just a little further. We don't know.
No.
But
it looks like a war zone.
It is a war zone. Because I'm like, also, why are there so many empty, like, lots of land? It makes no sense. I'm like, I don't know if we're in the middle of the country or if we're in the middle of the city. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So anyways, this lawyer, who's I think is public defender.
She's a public defender and did all his paperwork at the beginning.
She was supposed to be like attached to him, but he was being held without charges and not up for bail. And he was denied a phone call, and everybody's talking about their constitutional rights. And he's just like, meh,
yeah,
I'll wait. It's fine. Anyways, she takes a cab out to him.
Yeah.
Says, don't worry, I'm a city girl. When he's like, you shouldn't be out here. I'm a city girl. So before I get mugged, why don't you come over to my place for dinner?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. And that was it. And
this was
like,
the most forced romantic plot
ridiculous
of a movie I've ever seen. It made no sense.
I was like, how
he was like 40 years older than her.
But also, the one and only interaction that they had, you got, oh, yeah, I'm into him. He's a hottie.
Yeah.
I want to have dinner with him. I want to invite this stranger who has gotten arrested
for possibly murder.
I want to invite him into my home.
Yeah. It made no sense whatsoever.
Made no sense because she's like, I want to ask you out to dinner. And he's like, okay. She gives him the address and then he goes over for dinner.
Yeah, they have chicken.
I hope you like it. And I'm like, ew. And then he gives her a very chaste kiss at the end.
Yes.
Of the date. It was very lovely.
And she wants him to stay.
Yeah, she wants him to stay, but he's like, nah, I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
I gotta go kill some people.
Yeah. I haven't killed anyone for like 3 hours.
I'm on a schedule. I gotta do this. But then they have a second date.
Yeah, and then they do it.
Show
me her boobies. You don't see her boobies.
You don't see anything except her like shoulders.
Yeah.
She's covered.
Too good to show her
There's
boobies.
no like they just start kissing and then all of a sudden he's like redressing himself and you're like, oh, I guess they did it because she's in bed with like a sheet up to her chest, up to her collarbone. And then she's like, I'm going to stay with my sister. So then he's like, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? She's like, yeah. Is there I know a restaurant open this late? Yeah. So then they get into his car, but he's been followed by the gang members.
Mm-hmm.
They did not interrupt them during the coitus.
They maybe watched
afterwards. So he goes in to pick up the food. She stays in the car.
This was amazing.
The gang members roll up. One punches her, cold cocks her straight. So she's out cold on the front seat. The other one puts, I think, the car into neutral. It starts rolling down this hill because, of course, they're parked on the top of a hill.
Yeah.
Anyways, it starts picking up speed. She starts to become conscious. She realizes she's in a runaway car. Kirsty comes out of the restaurant being like, oh, no, she's in a runaway car. Car hits another car. Now, both of these cars
were not started.
Hits.
They were, just hits.
But
neither on.
They're both of these cars were either made in the 1970s or early 80s, which means
out of paper rice,
steel,
rice paper.
Yeah, but they crinkled like rice paper.
Tissue paper. Way it cut that car in half. Yeah. I'm like, the car was not going that fast.
They were also both big ass boat steel framed cars.
Yeah.
That would never happen. They'd both get a dent.
They'd get a dent
But no,
at most.
At most. But this one, the car that was hit by the runaway car, like basically breaks in half.
Rips
and
in
then,
half.
Poof, poof, poof.
And awesomely explodes.
Both of them explode.
I'm like, oh my, this is awesome. I'm laughing.
Like, how the fuck did I cackled at that. I cackled because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was it was an amazing scene. Like, it was not going fast enough, and even if it was going but not fast enough, you said, it would have dented the car and it would have stopped.
Dented the car.
It would have moved the other car a tiny bit. This car ripped through that fucking car. These were like Malibu Buicks.
Yeah. These were not the little dainty cars.
No, these were old men driving cars, like big boats.
My dad used to have a really big boat. And it lasted in our house for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what finally took it out? One day, my brother was behind a tractor trailer, and the tractor trailer stopped short. So my brother ended up basically running into it.
Mm.
My brother, fine, no scratches, no hurts, no nothing. Part of the front of the car and the engine got compacted, and they were like, we can't fix this. But the rest of the car was fine.
Yep.
Tractor trailer. So you're telling me one car that looks just like the other car, they bump. One of them folds in half.
Oh, so
and
good.
then after a hot second, both of them burst into flames.
Yeah, and then they exploded.
And Kirsty's just staring at this. And I'm like, this has got to be the greatest date ever in the history of movies.
Yeah. Well, here it is. While waiting in his car, Catherine is knocked unconscious by Manny, and the car is pushed downhill into oncoming traffic. It slams into another car and explodes, killing Catherine.
Yeah,
Shrieker plays. Yeah.
I told that better.
Much. Shrieker places Paul under protective custody, fearing he is in too deep. After Bennett's taxi shop blows up. Yeah, because he's in jail again, and now the gang's just picking on everybody.
Also, can we talk about how those two cops were definitely on the take?
Oh, Jesus,
when they took away the gun from like the old Jewish couple.
Yeah, and then they came in and beat up the Jewish couple.
Yeah. No, man, that's some fucked up shit. Leave the old people alone.
After Bennett's taxi shop is blown up, he tries to get even, but his machine gun jams. And the gang cripples Bennett. Yeah, they start running. Then they're like, hey, his machine gun's not working. They go up the thing and just toss him down like they're at a rock concert. So he's surfing the crowd, and then they throw him off the building.
Then they throw him off. Then I felt bad because I was like, but did he live? We never find out.
No, he is in the hospital.
Oh, right. He's in the hospital, and then Kersey disappears from there. Okay, yeah, correct. Okay, my bad. I forgot about him for a hot second. I was like, wait, did we ever find out what happened to him?
Paul is taken to by Shrieker to the hospital, where he escapes after Bennett tells him where to find the second machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
the grenade launcher.
And because he already ordered the grenade launcher from Amazon.
Of course.
But yeah, he ordered this. He picked up a couple mail packages, and inside's a grenade launcher. And this is where the movie that has been completely absurd and over the top says, you thought that was interesting. Now hold on to your fucking shorts. Hold on to your hats, people, and kicks it into overdrive.
100%, and I am so thankful for it.
Second machine gun. Paul and Rodriguez collect weapons. They proceed to mow down. Okay, so this is just the gang says they tell him that Kersey is back, and the main guy, Manny, says we got to take this guy out. How are we going to do that? And remember, from the beginning of this movie, Paul Kersey and Manny, the gang leader, would watch each other in the windows.
They're eye fucking each other, but they're not actually.
They knew exactly where each other was. This could have been ended very short. I'm glad it wasn't, but it could have been ended very early.
Yeah.
And he says, we need more men. They're like, and they start making phone calls. And when he says we need more men, he fucking means it, because I don't know, 150 people had to show up. That what their gang was already there, and then
yes, and then more gangs showed up.
More gangs showed up.
And then motorcycle gangs showed up.
Ones with like Nazi helmets, ones with like gay leather pride helmets or hats.
A lot of people that looked very much like an
overweight
casting.
Overweight black guy gang members and overweight white guy gang members. Everybody, all the gangs were there.
I mean, it really was a rainbow coalition.
It was,
because everybody just showed up to the party, like everybody.
And he just goes to the window with that machine gun and lets loose. And that's just the beginning. And he starts mowing everybody down.
But it's funny because he starts traveling around the neighborhood.
Yeah, he just goes on tour.
To randomly take any gang members that showed up.
Or looks like a gang member.
Yeah. He was just like, I'm gonna take you out. And then this inspires all of the people in the neighborhood who have been living in this neighborhood to pull out their weapons.
And just start shooting people.
They are taking chains and they're taking out motorcycle riders. Like shit is blowing up. Houses and businesses are on fire and they're exploding. And cars are on fire. And then shit's exploding. They're using Molotov cocktails and they're throwing them into places. And people are coming out on fire. Like it's a lot.
And they're chasing black women with their titties hanging out. And
they're kidnapping her.
There was the black lady. Then there was the one part where 3 gang members were like stealing this white woman. Yeah. And they were coming around the corner and they were they just stole a TV and they have this white woman. They see Paul Kersey and they're like, oh no. They don't drop the white woman. They just start running in a different direction with the white woman. I am laughing my ass. Like, this is so dumb.
What?
Oh, everything is exploding. Everything is blowing up. Cops are coming in. The gang's shooting at civilians. They're shooting at Paul Kersey. They're shooting. When we say this is chaotic, you have no idea until you watch it.
I have other than Kersey and Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I don't know who's who.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you a gang member or are you one of the neighborhood people? Like,
unless they were wearing a cop uniform, you don't know.
You don't know who anybody is. Because like the guys who are holding the chain for the
they look like gang members.
They look like gang members. So I was like, are you trying to take out? Who are you trying to take out?
Maybe they got confused or they're like, this was our chance to turn on them. Who knows?
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it. And I'm going to be like, just shoot whoever. Shoot everybody.
And cops are having shootouts and long distances with shotguns. It's not how shotguns are very poor at long distance shooting. Correct. But they get a couple people. It
also they're not taking cover.
No,
they're standing directly in front of their cop cars while shooting at the people who are in front of their cop cars.
Yeah.
I was like, sir, did you fail training?
And
I'm pretty sure. And it's like they usually stand behind the door of your cop car. Come on.
Yeah. And to say that sometimes they have movies where the bad guys are very horrible shots. And don't get me wrong, there are horrible shots in this movie. Yes. They couldn't hit Paul Kersey my God. Jesus Christ. At close range, they couldn't hit Paul Kersey.
I made a note. I'm like, apparently Kersey is bulletproof.
Yeah.
Because at one point, 2 people are shooting at him. And he's just like, hold on, let me take my shots.
Yeah.
And he waited for them to use all their bullets and
then blew them away.
Yeah.
None of them had cover.
Everybody was open shooting.
Other than Paul Kersey, the civilians get shot. They get set on fire.
Yes.
There's a shot where people, and it was a great scene of these people coming out of that building on fire. It looked fantastic. Everything's all practical. Everything's stunt. But chaotic. Oh my God.
So fucking chaotic.
And so many deaths. So like I was saying, like the stunt people must have been one of their most favorite movies to work on.
I would love to hear a conversation with the stunt coordinator, the stunt. Everybody. I want to know what their day on set was like or their week on set because this shit took at least 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
But I was like, how much? And then you have to practice. And then we'll throw you off the roof. Cool. Can we try it?
So where are we here? They find the second machine gun. They go out and they mow. Shrieker decides to help, and Shrieker shows up.
Yeah, he's
the cop
doing some of the good work,
and he just starts blowing people away. He must have killed at least 20, 30 people.
Yeah, I know. He went to work. And I was like, thank you for showing up finally.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
He didn't kill as many people as Paul Kersey, but he got a few.
No, I never saw him reload too.
No, oh my God, the amount of there was one time when Paul Kersey was shooting that hand cannon. I'm like,
yes.
How many bullets does this fucking thing?
Oh, he shot and then it was so funny because when Freaker ends up in the apartment, because Kersey finally runs out of bullets. He
finally runs out.
And it's so funny because I was like, at one point it looked like he was loading a magazine. Like when he was doing a reload, he looked like he was loading a magazine. And I was like, I thought his gun was a revolver. Like I had him because there's one point.
No, there's one point where he says, yeah, but he tells him that because he moves it like a revolver, and he says you can make it, you can something about the amount of force it can do.
Yeah,
but it was a magazine.
Well, then he gets into the apartment, and he's pulling out the shells from the revolver and reloading when Freaker comes through the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I was like, I thought, because as soon as I saw him like kind of shove a magazine in there, I was like, I thought his gun was a revolver. And then in the apartment, it was a revolver again. And I was like, which one is it? But that's because I noticed the weirdest things in movies and real life. And people are like, how the fuck did you see that? And I'm like, I don't know. There was a pause in the shooting, so it got real quiet in the movie.
Paul goes back to the apartment to collect more ammunition, but Manny finds him there. Shrieker arrives and shoots Manny, not before getting wounded in the arm. As Paul calls for an ambulance, Manny, who was secretly wearing a bulletproof vest, rises and turns his gun on the two men. As Shrieker distracts, because Shrieker's like, you can't shoot both of us. He's like, you think? Yeah. Maybe I can. Paul uses, and I'm reading this, a mail-ordered M72 Law rocket launcher and obliterates him. And blows him at close range, and he just, the whole side of the building just explodes. Shrieker and Paul Kersey, for that explosion, fairly well.
Yeah, they did really well. But I think it's because they shot that little rocket into Manny. And he looked like he was a piece of charcoal.
And they're like, oh, they got Manny. And I'm looking at Manny and I'm like, how the fuck, that guy is incinerated. It's just black ash on fire. Yeah. How do you know it's him?
And then the best part is all the gang members from all over the world just turn around and run away.
Yeah, they're like, wow, he's using fucking rocket launchers. Fuck that. That's cheating. And they just run away. No, now he's cheating. That's not fair.
He's cheating. Now we got to mail order our own rocket launcher.
That was great, turning and just shooting the rocket launcher at him. Because Shrieker actually makes a face like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Surrounded by the angry crowd of neighbors, the gang realize they've lost and flee the scene. As the neighbors cheer and celebrate with the police sirens in the distance, Shrieker gives Paul a head start. Paul gives him a look of appreciation and takes off. And within seconds, he is not wearing his leather outfit and bulletproof vest. He has his suit on, his bags packed, and he is walking down the streets as he's walking past gang members. He's walking past police cars.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's awesome.
He's just walking that walk. He's done. He's like, bye, guys.
And that is our movie. All 196 whatever minutes of chaos that it was. Yeah. What's your score?
Now, I'm going to say rent it. One, because this is an experience, and two, it is one of the most absurd, most ridiculous, most confounding movies you've ever seen in your life. But my God, will you laugh? You
Oh,
will laugh, you will roll your eyes. You will be like, "Of course he's bulletproof." You'll be like, "Man, why you gotta fuck with the old people? Why is the gang leader's head shaved like that?
oh yeah,
Why
we didn't
why
say
are they
that.
why are they all wearing that face paint in some way, shape, or form?" I thought the whole point was to not, like, fully advertise. Why are we not talking more about how inept the cops are or, how corrupt they are? Like, give me something to the plot, something other than Kersey kills. Just give me something. But I'm like, what plot? What plot? We don't need a plot. Kersey kills. Done. We're
Yeah.
done. And then everything's on fire and everything explodes. And the movie's done with him apparently never having unpacked his bags, but also having time to take a shower and get redressed.
Yeah.
It's so, and I won't say buy it unless you are a fan of the Death Wish movies and you're like, this would make the greatest. Like, if you watch Death Wish 1 and 2 and you were like, God, that makes the perfect double feature. I want you to buy Death Wish 3 because you need that. You need the progression of ridiculousness. And it by the end of the night, when you're drunk and you've had entirely too much junk food and you've watched all the Death Wishes, you're going to sit there thinking, I've wasted my life, but this was a good time. This movie. This movie, it angers me, but it fills me with joy at the same time. So I'm gonna say rent it.
And what would you IMDb it?
I cannot believe I'm gonna say this, but for the amount that I laughed, I'm gonna say like a 6.
Yeah.
There was just something because you're like, of course we're throwing someone out the window. Of course we're throwing someone off the roof. Of course we're crashing cars. And you end up cackling at so many points in it because of just the absurdity of it, that it ends up being a good time watching it. Like, by the end of the movie, I was like, this movie is ridiculous, but I'm kind of willing to watch it again.
Yeah.
So good thing it only leaves AMC Plus in 3 days. I'm probably gonna watch it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before it disappears. What's your rating?
If you remember liking Death Wish 3, and like me, who watched it as a kid or you were young and you haven't seen it since then, you are going to like it still, probably for much different reasons. Yeah. This movie is not a good movie. Technically, no. But the fun factor of just its pure it's ridiculousness, it's absurdness, it's just so over the top, and it knows it, and it doesn't give a shit. It's like, well, fuck it. I love this movie. It is a bad movie. I don't know if it's so bad it's good, or it's so good in spite of how bad it is, or it's fun. It's so fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's bad. But I don't think it's fun. It's so bad it's fun. I think it's fun because it's bad, but I don't think it's, to that point. I think it's just because it starts with this weird little Kersey comes into town because he gets a letter. He shows up, his friend dies immediately.
Yeah, there's
he
your
then
plot.
becomes friends with all of the old people and starts killing people.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. And then he just starts cold-heartedly killing people. And then a lot of shit blows up. And I'm like, okay. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, all right, I don't even know what the hell's happening. And that's magic.
Yeah, this is a solid rental. I would buy. I wouldn't pay $20 for this movie.
No.
I would buy it if it was under $10. I did see a thing where you can buy 2, 3, and 4. But I don't really like number 2, and but I do like other Charles Bronson movies. Like, he's made a lot of these type of movies where Kinjite, Messenger of Death, there's a ton of them. He made through the 70s and early 80s. He made a ton of them. I haven't even seen Death Wish 4 or 5.
I haven't seen them either.
I've never seen them before, but I do want to watch them. How absurd do they get?
I want to know, like what happened? How do you top 3? Like this one, the final scenes were just ridiculous.
In the I looked at a couple rankings of the Death Wish movies, and in more than one, Death Wish 3 is number 1 in their ranking, above Death Wish 1. A lot, and if it wasn't, it was number 2 as the fun. Number 2 is usually near the bottom, if not the worst. So I'm curious to see the other one. He takes on like the Mexican cartel, and I don't even know what number 5 is. So yeah, no, this is a 6.5 for me. As a movie, it's a 2.
Yeah,
but the pure joy and absurdness and fun that this movie is elevates it to. I would watch, just because it's 6.5. I would watch this again. I would watch this again. It is so funny. It is so amazingly
ridiculous.
Bad and ridiculous. Yeah, no, this is such a good time.
It's funny because this was actually probably the greatest double feature.
Oh, yes. Of
Like,
two bad movies.
2 bad movies, but they're more an experience. Than like it's so, because they both evoke the exact same feeling in me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What is happening?
And one,
why?
Jaws 3, because it's horrible effects and bad writing and was such an experience. And this because, well, it's bad writing, amazing stunt and practical effect works. But really, it's a bad movie, but so
also
much
just
fun.
a lack of story.
Oh, yeah, for both of them.
Like, they were like, okay, great. And now he starts killing. And that was it. That was the end of the story. And then
that's
he
it.
leaves.
Yeah, and then he leaves. Yeah, no, this was a very fun double feature. If you can find Death Wish 3, if it's like $6.99 or to rent it for the same price as buying it, buy it. Because you will watch this again. It's not worth, I don't know if it's worth $15. That's how much it was on Apple.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't pay $15 for this one movie. However,
if they had a bundle
of all the Death Wishes for like $20 or $25,
I'd do that. Yeah,
I'd buy that 100%.
Because I really like Death Wish 1. Don't care for Death Wish 2, but 3, 1, 3, and I'm really curious for 4 and 5.
I'm so curious for 4 and 5. I am so curious because I'm like, what do you do after this?
Yeah,
he
made like a movie called 10 to Midnight where he takes on a serial killer. He's done Messenger. Like, it makes me, and then I'm like, maybe I would like to watch some more Chuck Norris movies and maybe some Clint Eastwood movies from the 70s and 80s. Like, it really opens up the thought of like, I miss these type of movies. These bad
other white men are going to have made movies that don't really have a plot but have a lot of violence.
Yeah. Well, Clint Eastwood, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme. There's a lot of
Arnold
them.
Schwarzenegger,
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. There we go.
Fantastic. But this was great.
I swear to God, I finished that movie and I was like, I had a smile on my face and I was like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, and that,
and I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I know it's the kind of movie where I can't, like, there are certain cringe moments where I'm like, oh, you didn't have to do that. You know, like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But then there are other moments where I'm just like, well, of course you're going to do that.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. If you like over the top 80s action,
so over the top,
just the payoff at the end is so worth it in this movie.
Everything's on fire. Everybody's getting shot.
It was a $9 million budget. I guarantee you they spent $8 million for the last 20 minutes in 1985. When we say they blow up and kill everybody and blow up everything, they really do
everything. Like, entire buildings on fire, falling down, building parts falling down. I'm like, oh, you really let that burn. They set up a camera and was just like, watch it burn.
Yeah.
It'll be great. We'll cut in scenes from it.
All right, that was Jaws 3 and Death Wish 3. I had so much fun watching these two movies.
Me too.
Two horrible movies that were so horribly good.
They were so fucking weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know how I feel about them. I don't hate them.
No.
But I don't like, they're not good movies, but they're not so bad that they're good.
I would actually watch these two again on the same night.
Oh yeah.
Like down the road, I would watch Jaws 3 and Death Wish 3. I hope we should absolutely next summer start our drive-in with Jaws 4 and Death Wish 4.
Oh my God, yes.
That should be the start of our driving.
I love it. Let's do that.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back to 1985 and watching Death Wish 3. If you have not seen it in a long time, we urge you to go watch it. It is a treat.
It's something.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, let me turn this off. And until the next movie we remember liking.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.